the whole thing. Yeah, there was two or three of them were going at the same time just because I scheduled one. I don't know what the heck is up with that with YouTube, but yeah, and I'm sitting there waiting for you to come in, and it wouldn't give me any way to get you in. Well, now you're in. I see you now.
Surprise, surprise. Okay,
Now
and the notice just popped up too
a notice popped up. What?
for saying we were going live.
Oh,
So
really?
you must the one you had scheduled for 8 o'clock is the one just went off because it just turned 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to do just a practice one. Make sure we could set up and our cameras were right and everything. And then all of a sudden, it just went live, and I was like, "What the heck?" He can usually, get a little ready beforehand.
Oh, Grandpa's back.
Yeah, so people will be coming back in. I was sitting there waiting. Every time I try to go live, I don't do it so much, so everything gets screwed up. Now that works.
Check that out, Kevin.
What you got? What you got?
I got a cupcake guy riding the Hector.
I'm telling you, he looks like a frog, Rob. You gotta make him a frog.
Yeah, once I said that, I'm like, yeah, that
He
would be
does.
real easy to turn into a frog.
Hi, baby
Hey,
kisses.
hi, baby kisses. Hi, Tarek.
Derek's back. Grandpa's back. Yeah, I got my overhead cam broke. The part that holds my phone anyway. I got my arm and everything. So now I got to get another one. And the whole freaking why did I just go vertical again?
Because
What the
you got to be in vertical to go live together.
you do?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way I can do that. I can't go vertical because I don't have my phone holder. This is
Well,
the only way.
what you got going is fine.
Yeah, but I'm sideways. I'm sideways on my computer anyway. If
Hey, you're
somebody's watching.
sideways on the screen too, but
Yeah, but how are people gonna be able to see?
well, I can see you.
Yeah, you can see me, but you can't see what I'm doing. We're both vertical for you guys, really? So you could see if I carve? Because I'm sideways, I can't see what I'm carving. As long as
You
you guys
can't see what you're carving when
I,
you're looking at it.
yeah, that's true.
Kevin carves by braille.
I,
He,
that's
now
right. I've been
that
carving
you,
so long I can carve with my eyes closed.
yeah, it's all muscle memory now.
I hope these knives are sharp. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me see. I got a 5.5 inch block for those of you that want to know, and it is inch and a half wide. And it is not the best basswood. I've been carving with it all week, and I was like, "Oh man, can I even make a carving without chipping half of it out with this?" Look how dark it is. It's crazy, but
Well, this
that's what we
just
got
real
to work
quick.
with.
This is the cupcake
Yeah, show
or
him your
the
frog, Rob.
this is the frog cake that I carved for Shoots wood carving or wood shop. Yeah, something like that. But that's what I came up with for a cupcake with a strawberry on its head. And Kevin's trying to talk me into making another cupcake that's really scared he's going to eat it.
That's what I think you should do. I would make him holding a little cupcake, and the little cupcake looks terrified.
I don't know. He looks like he's having a lot of fun sitting on top Hector's head.
Yeah, I got Hector's over here. There's this guy, Rob. We should make some big goofy eyes on some of these Hectors. I gotta tell you guys, I got Hectors everywhere. I don't know what to do with them. So I came up with what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. All right. We are going to put ourselves together our own little friendship cane. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. But since we're carving all these faces, right, I'm gonna just start putting them together, and we're gonna make ourselves a little Hector cane. right? And that way, if you carve the whole block all the way around and just put eyeballs and noses and whatever you want on them and cover every little piece of wood, you're going to have a wicked cane by the time we put them all together. And as far as a study stick goes, or I mean, whatever you want, I mean, you could probably look at that cane for months and not see everything on it by the time I have it 6 foot tall, right? So, what I want everybody to do, if you're going to keep carving hectares with us and faces, is make them on full blocks, and you can start putting yourself together a little friendship cane like that. Ah, nice, thanks, Gray Wolf. Welcome. So, what do you guys think of that idea? You want to put together a friendship cane out of all of our little blocks of wood that we keep carving here? We're gonna do eyes and noses and faces all over every block of wood, save them, and then we're gonna peg them together. We drill a hole. What I do is I drill a hole in the top. Okay, just drill a hole. See, I got them mixed out already. You drill a hole in the top. You put a dowel rod in. In this case, I'm using half-inch dowel rods, and put one in the bottom, one in the top, and you just start stacking your hectares on top of each other, and then you glue or epoxy them together. And then sooner or later, you have a big one, and then you round all the corners off, and you end up with a big old hectare cane. All right, friendship cane. So that's what we're gonna do there, and they'll all have different faces. I can even do a challenge if you want. We can do a giveaway. We can have each one of you submit a hectare, and we'll make canes out of all the faces that you guys make. What do you think of that? I can't really read the chat, so I have to go and look.
Yay! Yay! Yahoo!
No challenge, baby kisses? You don't want a challenge? Doesn't have to be a challenge. It just has to be you submit your favorite face, and we'll put them together in canes, and we'll give away the cane or something. You know, we'll put them all together. You can paint them, do whatever you want. All you gotta do is submit one block, and I'll block them together, and then make a cane out of it, and then we'll have a giveaway or something.
Mine's bigger than Kevin's.
Only because you're younger, Rob. What'd you
Flex
bring to
cut.
carve with this time? Two old guys with knives. That's what this
Flex
live is
cut.
gonna be. Not good, not good. Did you do your
Six
poopies
in,
and stuff, Rob? Are you
six
ready?
six 6 inches of flex cut here.
That's a long blade, buddy. Baby kisses, you don't want to be part of it. What the heck?
She likes carving the little thugs. She sent me
She likes.
pictures of little thugs that she carved. They're pretty good.
Yes, you could put a thug on a piece of wood. We'll put it into the cane. You only want to do gangsters? You can do gangsters.
You don't want to do a cupcake?
You can do a cupcake. You can do a gangster. I'm gonna carve me a knife like Rob's. I like that knife. I'm gonna make a frog, Rob. All right, let's get into doing another face.
Frogua, isn't that French for frog soup?
Where's my little marker here? Should we give? Do you guys want to do something with eyes, or you guys want to just do a practice some more techniques for hectares? What you want? What you want? You're armed.
Whoop. I was almost de-armed there for a second.
Yeah, the size of that knife, you better not slip, Rob. You know what? Let me strap mine up too. If you haven't strapped your knife, strap up your knife. If you got a knife and you're carving along, I'm gonna hope I don't chip this basswood out. It's been a while since we
If
carved.
anybody knows where I can buy a set of palm gouges, file, Swiss made, please
Hill.
let me know. I've been looking and looking. I can't find any.
I just told you, Rob. Go to Woodcraft.
Oh,
I told
okay.
you this afternoon.
Well, I'm old. My mind's slipping.
You were laying in your hammock, not paying attention with the butterflies in your head.
That's highly possible.
I know it was. You kept sending me pictures of your feet in the clouds overhead, and I was like, "What are you doing, Rob? Get busy, Rob. Make
Trying
something.
to trying
Go
to
paint
teach
your
you how to
portrait."
relax.
I don't relax. I'm always stressed. Baby kisses won't join the challenge. Hector techniques would be cool, Tarek says. Baby kisses is armed and dangerous. All right, well, we could show some Hector techniques.
She keeps
Hector, what? What she
nothing. I
keep?
was gonna say something ridiculous, but I decided not to.
All right, so something new for hectorizing stuff, huh? All right, well, I'm gonna get my marker out. Are we gonna draw on the wood today? Come down about this far on your block. Like I said, this is a 5-inch block. I came down about an inch. And right there is where we're gonna put. I hope this knife works. It's got way too much of a point. We're gonna start by making a V cut here.
One. You said 1 inch.
1 inch.
1 inch. Okay,
An
right about
inch, Rob.
right about there.
Oh, we got a super chat from Baby Kisses. Hector. Thank you. Wow, I can buy a coffee later. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm hoping these videos are appreciated. The last ones is sometimes I put them on my channel, I get like 200 views. What the heck? There is a method for the madness. Eventually, I'm gonna have to show you guys some advanced stuff and improve all these carvings and show you why we're learning all these little things, and then we'll show you how to make some wicked wood spirits. But those I might put in the members area.
Hola.
Talking to Rob about that, and just start becoming a membership site. We'll always have videos, but for like some real in-depth videos, they're way too long. So they're gonna have to be members videos. Thank you, baby kisses. Libra, what's up? Welcome. All right, everybody there. Are you still measuring, Rob?
No, I got it.
I gotta put them together. I got basic memberships now where it's $1.99 for a cup of coffee and stuff. But I don't know what I'm gonna do when I put advanced stuff on. Let me show you the advanced stuff first before you see. I think the most expensive one will probably be $10. You know, but that's gonna be some
That
pretty
10,000
wild
penny,
stuff.
Kevin.
Huh?
That's 10,000 pennies.
Yeah. We figure. My channel has 25,000 subscribers. If I got $1 a month from everyone, I'd be able to live, Rob. I don't know why people don't really do that. I don't know where they all are when I make a video. You know, everybody has their own thing. Are you, Rob? You going off the reservation already? I didn't say do that yet.
Oh, sorry.
See how you are?
I just
Give
assumed
a
that's
guy,
what you're doing.
give a guy fish. I was going to show different ways. What if I want? All right. See, now you're
I
in
got the
trouble.
I
Now
got a
it's
whole nother
trouble.
side.
Now
I
you
got
got
no
a
side over
troubleshoot.
here.
I know what you got, but you know what? I was going to show people there's an easier way to do that. You can, how we come down, guys, and we cut here, and you start setting up your eyes. That's what you're doing there, right? If I come over here to the corner and I push down and then I push up, that's the traditional way to start setting up a little space for your eye right there, right? Okay. And we can do that and you do it on both sides. And you start getting the saddle of your nose up here, and you can see that's how that starts setting up those eyes. But what if, Rob, that's right? What if you took our V tool and did this?
But what if I don't get a
You came
V tool, Kevin?
And we did the same thing. Look. And now it's all set up just like doing all that knife carving that you're doing. All right. So you get your little channel there, and you get your little channel over here.
Go make
All
me get
right.
a V tool.
Yep, I am. So now you can have that space for your eyes anyway. All right. I'm gonna come down from the top up here a little bit, and I'm even gonna clean that up a little bit. I'm
What
gonna give
happened? Did
myself.
Kevin get tired of you sitting on his head?
All right, but
My
you can do that with your V tool. All right, and then go from there and get all kinds of different effects. Look at that guy. You got to make the little cupcake, Rob. Make him eating another cupcake. He's a cannibal cupcake.
man, why do I remember this V tool? But oh, that ain't a V tool. That's why. Ah,
What are you using, a veiner or something? A little
yeah.
gouge? You can do it. You can do it, a gouge. Well, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go down. We're gonna do this nose first, and I'm gonna make mine pretty long. So from the tip of the nose, I'm gonna show you how far down I'm coming. I'm coming down another whole inch. We're gonna make this big. And when I have lots of room, I'm gonna show you how you can put a nose in pretty easy. All right. Well, let me cut it first, and then I'll measure. I want to make sure we have enough. All right. So if I'm coming from there down, all right, come down about three quarters of an inch from the top of the saddle right here will work. All right, you don't have to go down a whole inch. I like to make them extra long so everybody has enough room, but that
What's
should
this?
work.
The bottom of the nose?
I'm going from the saddle to the tip, yeah, from right here to down here. Make a stop cut. We're gonna make a face. We're gonna show how to put a little face in a block of wood using hand tools.
Did we use our V tool for that, or did we just use a knife?
Nope, I just used a knife, and I'm gonna cut that out a little bit and show you how to put pretty easy nose in. All right, to give yourself a little bit of an undercut there. Oh yeah, this basswood is questionable, Rob. I don't know how
This
clean it's gonna be, but I
this
dug them
piece
out
here
pretty
ain't that
good.
bad.
Yeah, that's because you got the Heineke. I didn't know you had to mail them a check, Rob. I'm one of those. I want to order it and have it the next day guy.
Yeah, that
Not.
that ain't them.
Yeah, I know.
But
All
they
right, so
got really good basswood, and the price isn't bad. So, and you can order it whatever size you want. You're not limited by whatever Amazon has.
let's. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna grab my marker here. We're gonna angle this up just a little bit. And the way I do this, and when I look at it, is I'm trying to look and see, kind of make it rounded. I'm gonna want it to be rounded, so I might even take a little bit of that off. I'm gonna make a cut there and make a little cut here. And look at the bottom, and it would be kind of rounded. So it doesn't have to be exact, but you do want to be able to have that nose rounded. Then, boy, this stuff carves like. Cut a little piece here off if you have to make a stop cut. But I'm trying to just go right up to the corner there without too much of a. I'm not making a big laugh line or anything on this side, right? I'm just trying to get that angle. That's all I'm worried about right now. Not over here, not digging too much out or anything. All right. Just have it come right to that line like that if you can. You see that? Don't worry about if it's not perfect because I'm going to show you how to make a nose right off of that. Real simple, real quick. That's it. Now, there's two ways we can do this. If you want to get a Rob, hey, what's up, Sean? Sean's on his way to Denver. If you want to come up with an easy nose every time, I'm doing this because Tarek requested Hector techniques. Requested? Is that a word? Requested. All right.
Sequestered. I was sequestered for court duty one day.
This right here is going to be the way we put our nose in today, Rob. We're just going to make a little hook and attach it right to there. All right. So if it's too big, make it smaller. And that's all we're going to do. And you'll have a nose within a second. We didn't put any big laugh lines in or anything yet. An easy way to do it, of course, you can grab your knife and just cut that out. All right. We've done that in other videos. But today, I'm going to show you how you can do it every time. Your nose will be quick every time. All right. Grab your V tool and just cut it out with your V tool. And I go all the way under the nose with it. So I'm going to take my V tool and I'm just going to run it right around that line I just made. All right. And then when I get over here, I'm just going to go right underneath to the tip of the nose. All right. Well, till it stops. You don't have to go all the way under. All right. And it starts setting your nose in. All right. Real quick, easy way to put a nose in. And that will be new to you guys because we haven't done that yet with the V tool on a nose. And then you just look over here and you try and make it symmetrical. Run it around that side. All right. And when you get over here to this side here, just kind of go underneath the nose again, just a little bit. And now you have your nose cut out on that side. And over here, it's cut out, but the marker kind of messes you up. I can shave that marker off a little bit if I lean my V tool to the side. If it doesn't dig up this basswood, because this basswood's blah. All right. And you just clean that up with your knife, guys, and you got a quick nose. Right? You don't have to use your gouge. And look how fast you have a little nose. And you just round your tip off and clean up your nose with your knife. Look how choppy this basswood is, Rob. It's like the grain on it's so wide open. It looks like my pores. So I don't know how dug up this guy's gonna look. If I try to do it, I have to.
He's not a Hector, he's a Doug.
Oh man, he's Amazon best. We gotta love it. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. All of it's real heavy too. I picked up this piece. I was like, "What am I holding? A brick? Is that basswood?" Holy
I think
crap!
it's some kind of linden.
I can't even get underneath the nose with it. Anyway, so that's how you quick set your nose in with a V tool. I'm gonna come up over here on the side and try and just clean that sharp corner up a little bit. Right, you have a quick nose. You can also do that with your gouge. If you just go right to the corner there, you could take a gouge, dig it in. All right, get a nice round cut. Bring it over here on this side. You can use it to clean it up afterwards, actually, if you want to. Dig it in, especially with this, what I'm using. I'm using my gouge to clean it up. All right, so set those nostrils in pretty good. What's 1498? Got a feeling it's going to be a long night, Sean? How long's the flight? Weather. We've had thunderstorms here like crazy all day. It's been crazy. Let
I've
me know
had
when you're ready
big,
for.
big, fluffy white clouds.
Yeah, Rob's laying in his hammock, showing me the nice fluffy clouds on his broccoli cloud. He says, "Look, the cloud looks like broccoli." I get updates from Rob all day. Look, the clouds look like broccoli.
Did
and ice cream.
cauliflower.
Everybody ready for the next one? An hour and 11 minutes. Oh man, that doesn't seem like a long flight. My wife's from the Philippines. I asked her how long it took her last time she went to the Philippines. She said 32 hours. I was like, oh my God. No, thank you.
Well, now you know why people from the Philippines don't come over on tubes.
Yeah. Now I know why they don't want to visit home so much. That's for sure. All right, I'm going to come right up here to this line, right where I cut that nose in, and I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to run a little bit of a cut down here, stop cut, and I'm going to do it twice just to make sure it's in there pretty good. Okay, so I'm picking up that line that I cut around the nostril. You can't see it too good here because I know this cut's going to take it. That's what I'm really clear that nostril. But we're going to come from the bottom over here where that our cut is, all right, and take that corner out just like that. And do the same thing on this side. You'll see it better on this side. Pick up this line right here. I got these flies in my shop, Rob, still from all them thunderstorms, and I spilled coffee on my floor with sugar in it,
I
and now I got like
I,
20 flies in
I
my
would
shop,
say
and I can't get rid of.
I would say a
Huh?
bath might cure that situation.
Yeah, it's not me. I had my share today. Actually, I did it a couple of days ago, and it's like, why these flies keep coming in my shop? And I can't get rid of the damn things. I got the raid out and sprayed them. I'm just cleaning up here, guys. Do that, cut on both sides. I got rid of them yesterday, and I come back out today, and they're back. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to wash my floor with Clorox or something. That coffee's really attracting them. I think the sugar in the coffee's really doing it.
You mean the
Then I'm
coffee
gonna
and your
clean up
sugar?
underneath here. Yeah, I have sugar in my coffee. I'm not sweet enough. I have to add it. Clean up underneath your nose. How be that? Let me know when you're ready. Yeah, you can't have a knife in the airport. It's like Rob. Pretty soon we're gonna have to. You have to watch where you take Rob. You know, he shouldn't have a bobby pin. That boy.
I don't go anywhere without my knife.
Did they still make bobby pins? Used to have them all over the place.
What is it?
A bobby pin. You remember bobby pins?
Oh yeah, yeah,
What they
yeah.
use home. They
Used to
hold
open
your hair, you
padlocks
know.
with them. Padlocks
Yeah,
all the
we
time with
yeah
them
use
things.
those. Used to use them for a lot of stuff. They freaking fly. I'm gonna snap out, Rob. Send your frog over to get these flies, Rob.
The thing that
That's
upset
all
me is
right.
when they stopped making wire coat hangers. I held up more exhaust systems
Oh, I
on my
know.
car as a kid than I ever did with a regular muffler clamp.
I've had to. Hey, you can use those to weld with in certain situations.
Oh yeah, they make excellent filler rod.
Yep, yep, yep.
About two
I know
years ago,
they're
I was at
they're
an
just wonderful.
auction. The company that started making the metal coat hangers went out of business out here, and they had an auction, and I bought a whole tote full of metal coat hangers that are hanging up in my garage for welding rod or strap, whatever I need it for.
Yep, it works. All right, baby kisses is ready. Right, I'm gonna take my marker to show you guys an important part here. All right, from the corner of the eye, right here, up in here, and down. You know when we make our hectors, you know how we make our. You can take your V tool. All right, I'm gonna come above my nostril here though, and you can push up into that. That right there, that little valley is important. All right, that's why when we start doing these carvings and we start pushing down from here and then coming over to the side and we push down and we come over, when we first set up our eyes, That's because this little valley right here is very, very important. I did it with my V tool, but you could take your knife and just kind of set up the top of your nose a little bit by pressing it in, making another V cut here, okay? And then pushing that in. Well, in this basswood, who knows? But pushing it in like that and clearing that chip, and you see this little valley come down, all right? And what this does is it sets up making an eye mound where you can put an eye here, all right? So that's why you'll see a lot of carvers when they start, coming down from the top and then pushing in and then go over here and they come down from the top and then they push in, and they make that little valley there. That's what that is. And that's why you put it there because you're going to need an eye, and this right here is going to be your eye would go pretty much if this was come over like this, all right? You would just make a cut from here to here, and there's your whole eye, all right? So you can do that with a V tool, or you can take your knife, all right? Like if you put a cut here, dig that in, dig your point in right here, all right? And just kind of set the width of your nose there a little bit. See that? And then you take your knife this way. This was going to dig up. But from here, you go up to that cut because we made a cut here, right here, okay? And you take that little triangle out and you push towards the nose there. And now you have that valley there. See, that's starting. So you can take that out with your knife. Oh man, this bass was awful. I might have to use my V tool on that side. And it creates that valley on this side and that valley on that side. And then, like I said, the rest of this would become your eye. Okay? However, you're going to do that. I might have to use my V tool to clean that because this wood is not going to cooperate. This is going to be one dug up face today, but you can use your V tool. All right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to take mine and I'm going to run it. Oh, wow. You see this? It's actually tearing, Rob. And my V tool's sharp.
That's what they all
All
say.
right? I'm telling you, it's sharp. Look. See on this piece? Look at that. See how nice that is?
I don't know.
On this piece. What do you mean?
I know I've got a couple of them pieces of basswood too, and they are crapola.
Oh man, it's yeah. This is gonna be a bad one. That's all right. It's a challenge. So anyway, you can take your V tool, make that little valley. All right, make that little valley going up your nose, and then we'll take the sharp edges off. I'm gonna come across the top with it too. If I can do it without digging this up. And just set my little eyes. Oh, that's right. We're supposed to be doing a Hector with no eyes, huh? That's okay. We don't have to make eyeballs. But now I'm gonna clean it up on the sides here, right up to the top on both sides. Oh man, this might as well whack this stuff off. I can start a whole other face pretty quick on another block if I have to.
Well, Kevin's
Because
going to
this
get
thing is going
banned from
to be.
YouTube.
Why?
They don't take kindly to people whacking off on YouTube.
Stop it, bro. See? See how he's got to be fresh?
Fresh, like the Prince of Bel Air,
Fresh.
man. Just like the Prince of Bel Air.
But you see how quick you can just set those in though, Rob, with your V tool? Bam. You know why we always make those hectors? And we put that line there. Well, I did in one of the first hectors. I just took my V tool and showed you to insinuate an eye. And the first thing you said was, "Oh, you're setting up an eye bag." That's exactly right. Pretty much. Right. Because then you can pretty much run that from here right over to the corner. And right there's your eye mound, from the bottom up. Now your eyes are set where they're supposed to, and they'll be back inside. Then you basically just round them off by pushing down into that V cut and pushing up over here. Right? If you cut in the corners here and then just round down, you can make yourself an eye mound out of that. All right. Which we're going to need if we want to, but we're not doing a really decent eyes on this because this wood is probably not going to cooperate. It's just going to dig up. But that's how you clean up your eye bag and everything. And underneath it, you would just clear the wood. All right, same over here. Just kind of round down into that V cut. All right. And when you're doing an eye, you want to come down and push down at an angle. Like I would turn my blade. I wouldn't come straight down and then chop the lower part off that I'm pushing into. I would turn my blade towards me a little bit, the back of my blade. And then when you push right down, it'll go into that groove. All right. And then you can just cut it, clean it up by cutting underneath it like that. Right. But the bottom of the eye, like if I was going to make an eye out of this, we might as well since we're doing it. The bottom you're pushing down, and that would go down more than the top, all right? For your eye to look right, you'd want that bottom part of the eye to go in more than the actual top of the eye does. Right? You don't dig them both the same. The bottom part you would want to go downward and in, all right? Deeper than the top. So the top you don't want to really undercut real big or anything. So just go around and try and clean that out. Once you do that, all right? This guy right here, since I put a V tool on the top, it's pretty deep. But I wouldn't really make that as deep. If I was doing a real eye, I'd keep the top pretty flush. I'd just go straight up and just push to the top. And I would angle the bottom in more, than I did the top. I would have to bring this eye down pretty small to get that to look right, but because we were planning on doing hectares. So you could practice putting those bags in the whole eye. You can make that whole bottom piece of bag if you want. Go around and try to make that a nice little round mound. Take your time. If we were going to do eyes, we would set them up a
Have fun,
little bit
Sean.
different, but no. Have fun on your vacation, Sean. So we're just cleaning all this up and rounding it over. Sorry, Tarek, it's not really a hectare if we put eyes in it, but we might as well cover a little bit eyes while we have this guy here. Still hectare technique, though. Like the nose. It's a pretty easy nose today. If you get anything from the video, I round this over then and push it right up. You should have a nice round bulbous little nose here. I can get my marker line off and stuff, and you can always readjust that nose with your V tool. If you start carving and you want to make a little clearance, take a V tool and go over your nose again. Get it to stand out more. Right? You can take it this way too. All right, so now you should have a little bit of eye mound going on here. Push, like I said, at the top, try and push it straight up. Try not to undercut it too much. We can even take this down a little bit so we don't have a big furrow there. All right, and then just push this up almost straight. Angle the bottom down. So keep that in mind when you want to round something into like an eye bag or something down here. Again, take your knife and angle it and then push. Don't just go straight down because you're going to cut this piece right here off and you're not going to really be setting that eye into anything. Okay. And at the top, just kind of go straight up and underneath just a little bit until it hits that wood and your stop cut and it'll stop. And then to round that off more, you just hit your corners with a triangle cut. Now that's another thing. When you do a triangle cut, if you put your V in here, one, two, but turn your knife straight on the left side. On this side, when you're coming down, turn it here, push in, all right, and that's going to give you the roundness of the eye on that side. If you go on this side, you have to think around again. Like I said, if you're going to take it from the top, I recommend turning the knife towards you like this to cut it. If you're holding it like this, then turn the knife down to cut that corner. Okay, and pop that triangle piece out because you have to think of rounding that eye. That eye's round. All right. So if I go like this and I do it and I cut it, it's gonna be shaped different. But if I come down from the top this way and I do it, it'll start rounding that eye. So it does matter what angle you cut that corner at a lot too. You know. Did I confuse everybody there with what I meant? See the angle and the angle. So make sure that when you're actually cutting that corner, the eye's rounding back. All right, don't just slop a piece off and have it at a different angle. Then it's going to be harder for you to round. Boy, this basswood is just choppy. But and then we have a nice little mound there. All right, and that's all you really need to put an eye in. Now you can put an eye in just the way it is. You could just put a pupil in there, or you can make a whole other eyelid. You can make an eyelid, two eyelids. You can do one eyelid and then just put a pupil. There's all kinds of different ways. If we want to make a simple eyelid, we could just even pop a pupil right up in there the way it is, and then run our V tool over top. You know what? We didn't even give him eyebrows yet. I'll let everybody catch up if you're playing with your eyes. Trying to go super slow today. What you doing, Rob? Just waiting. I know. See, when I go slow, then you have to wait, right, Rob?
Oh,
Or you
I'm
just start
having
zooming.
having fun dinking around here.
Is it too slow for you now, baby kisses? Now that you got some experience, you used to always say you go too fast. Or do you like the pace? Too slow? I can speed up.
I think it's just right.
I can speed up and just clean up as I go. Oh, you just think I'm still going fast? Oh, okay, I'll slow down. I'll stay. Take my time. I'll just round my eye. Over here, I'm gonna make a corner, so I'm gonna give me a little triangle cut. Pop it out. See that shadow you get there? Come over to this corner. Triangle cut. I'm gonna come down, point my blade down here to do that one when I pop it out. And see that? Now it's almost round. Again, the angle makes a difference. I mean, you can hold your knife the other way and do it, but you got to be aware of what way that eyeball's rounding. You know, if I want to do it this way, I got to make sure that I turn my blade enough so when I take that chip out, it's still making that round, eyeball. I want to cut a big wedge out and then end up having a triangle in there, but no roundness. So if I'm coming down from the top, I always turn my blade down, is what I'm saying. And you try to get that round shape. Because the rounder you make it, all this right here underneath, then if it gets dug up like this piece of crap wood, just kind of clean up the bottom with your knife. Shave all them fuzzies off. All right, so you should have two mounds here. If you want to do an eyelid, we're basically going to come over here. We'll make this a pretty easy one. And we're going to lightly score. Okay, and then try to get in the same line and just drag your knife across without pressing. All right, try not to press too much, just very little tension. And score a line across like that. And I'll hold that for a minute so everybody can do that. If you go too far or too hard, you're going to break your eyelid. Real easy to bust an eyelid when you're putting eyelids in.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right on the mound. We take that mound, you can split it in half or you can make it a little less than half and run a line straight across. Baby kisses. We're going to use the whole mound. All I did was put my knife in right here, came across, and I made a sweeping arc. But I didn't press hard. If you press hard, you're going to bust the top part off because we're going to take the bottom part here and we're just going to push up just a little bit. Very little, very lightly. All right. And take some wood out from underneath that. And you'll form an eyelid. All right. But like I said, very lightly score it. A lot of times what I do, if I want to press in, I'll go halfway and then I'll turn it over, go to the other corner, and I'll come back halfway again. Because if you try to just drag it all the way across and you're pressing in pretty good, by the time you get to here, you're going to start busting this corner off. Okay, so you want to be very, very finessey if you're going to do, especially on a little carving like this. You know, real easy. I mean, this wood right here, I don't even trust myself. And I do this all the time, but I could feel this would pop right off. You know, so and then you just kind of push up very lightly until you feel it stop just a little bit. It'll make a little bump, you know, and it'll stop at that stop cut. But if you use too much pressure, you're going to pop your eyelid right off. All right, so use some finesse and try to get some wood out from underneath there. Not too much. And that's how you make your eyelid. I'll have to do this again in other videos with a better piece of basswood, though. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but I have an eyelid there. Okay. Now, the easy way to do this, you can make one eyelid and then you can put a hole, or you can just make a slitted eye, all right, and leave that as your eye. You can make a second eyelid if your mound is big enough, all right, and then clean out in between the lines, and then put your eyeball aside, which would look like this. You see this guy? So you have one eyelid on top, then you would make a second cut all the way across, and then you clean out in between those. But doing it on a little piece of wood for beginners, I got to tell you, it would be a challenge. It's challenging with a knife, all right? And if you don't have a sharp knife, like I should actually be trying to use a 2-inch blade here. This is what those files are good for, Rob. That 2-inch blade here, your knife is good for this too. It's just pushing up, you know, to get underneath that eyelid without breaking it. It's a nice long blade and it's not in the way of anything, you know. So if you have a long blade, it's pretty good to do eyes like this. But that's why I usually don't do eyes for in these videos for you guys with this little piece of basswood, because the mounds that we're making, unless I make them extra big when I'm doing them. Yeah, if you see some of my other carvings and they have eyes, I like big giant eye bags and stuff, and you can animate them pretty good. But on these little pieces of basswood, it can be a challenge to get eyes in if you're making those bags small. All right, let's try and do one over here, because I want to get ahead of myself. If you're still practicing that and it dug your carving up, I'm sorry. That's why we were doing hectares before. The thing is, make sure you have a decent roundness to that mound that you're making, which I don't even have on mine, so I don't know if I can get eyes in this guy or not today. So I make sure I have some kind of mound there, and I can give him two different eyes. I can make this one slant up to where the point is up there. I might give him a whole different look here. I'm gonna run it up like this and over. Just a little bit different than that other one. If I could do it without the wood breaking. Alright. My little brush. Ah, I just knocked the hector over. I really need my phone holder too. Yeah, this eyelid right here might break. Yeah, it's tearing on me. And I'm not even pushing. But it's the same thing. Just score a line. And that eyelid's going to break. And then I'm going to try and push up to it to remove some wood from underneath the line. And if this mound was better, yeah, that's just going to pop up. But the better your eye mound is, the better you can do this technique on small wood. And I didn't make really great eye mounds for this because I wasn't really planning on making eyes. I don't know why I started.
Why did you start it?
I don't know, Rob. Just yakking and not paying attention, and next thing you know, we start making eyes.
Well, that's what happens to us poor folk.
Yep.
Can't afford to pay attention.
But we can just sit here and show it, and then teach it and teach it, making good eye mounts and stuff in a better video, you know. But for now, we'll just keep little slotted eyes, so he's not a full. Let's put pupils in and everything now with this wood. I knew I was gonna have problems with this wood right in the beginning. Okay. Now let's give him some eyebrows. We'll just leave slitted eyes. If you could make that line across, take some wood out, you'll have slitted eyes, which is just a little slot in between them, and it still gives him character. Got our nose in with a V tool. Did eyes. If we want to make eyebrows, let's do this. Easy way to do an eyebrow. Now, there's a lot of ways we're going to show eyes too, because we haven't really covered the various ways with hectares anyway when we start getting into those. I'm going to draw funky eyebrows on them. You draw whatever you want. I'm going to try and animate mine if I can a little bit. So draw a set of eyebrows on them. Are you move? What kind of eyebrows are you doing, Rob? I really can't see in my camera, and my computer's frozen.
Um, I really haven't decided yet.
Unibrow, Tim. You make unibrow too.
I'm not doing a self portrait, damn it.
I'm gonna just score mine with my knife, just like that. I go a little bit above the line, so that way when I do, cut it out a little bit like this, I remove a lot of that marker. Right. That's all I'm doing there. Stop cut, relief cut. Didn't put a forehead in them or anything yet. And we actually started this guy with the nose because we made the cut up here and went right down to the nose. And then you can build your face around it. But this is some pretty badass wood though. It feels like I'm going through I don't know, it's just like you know, it doesn't matter how much I strap my knife or anything.
Yeah, you get that crunchy
Unbelievable.
basswood, man.
Oh man, it's just like you know what it feels like, Rob? The last piece of cypress that I carved. You ever run a knife through cypress? You know how it just
Yeah, it's like foam.
rips and chips. Yep, it just tears.
Bosso's like that too.
But a balsa wood, yeah, that's pretty light stuff. But eventually, you start doing this stuff. Like I said, so this guy's got teeth on him. We'll start making expressions. We'll show you how to put teeth in. We'll start giving him. This is an example of one eyelid and no bottom. No bottom lid, really, just a bag. Okay, with this type of eye. Uh, the other one I showed you was. Where is he? I just had him in my hand.
That's
He
what we
kind of
call
looks like
old
this guy.
timers.
And I got carvings everywhere. Anyway, he's around somewhere, or is that the one that fell on the ground? Probably. Yeah, here he is. Is this type of eye with the upper and lower lid. Okay. But you make them all out of one mound. All right. You make that round inside, make a big ball. Then you split it in half and you put the eye, upper lid, lower lid, and the eye in the middle. Okay. And we're going to start doing those and teaching them, in depth. And he should be sunk into the forehead. And I didn't even make a forehead on this guy yet, but nice big old hook nose on him. All right. And there's going to be some in depth stuff. Did I show you that sycamore the way he's coming out, Rob? This guy.
Not today. I didn't get my daily
Yeah.
update.
Yeah, I'm starting to
Wicked.
get the sycamores are hard as a rock, but I'm gonna animate him pretty good and give him all kinds of fancy hair and stuff. He's got big baggy eyes. You see the bags? And you can start animating these guys pretty good. You know. Slitted eyes are nice and easy. You can always pull an eye off with a slitted eye. I still like the Hector stick. And remember, save your Hectors because we're gonna make a stick. And we're gonna everywhere you look, there's gonna be something on your Hector stick. You can just piece them together as much as you want. I got a lot of carving to do on the shit. But if you can carve the whole thing, like at the top, you just carve everywhere you look. There's noses and faces, and you could go through this stick and probably end up with not seeing everything on it if you don't really look, because some of them are just wild. Yeah, I think I have an actual. Where is it? Oh, down here you can actually see where this is the forming of a Hector. All right. You see just the eyebrows, and then you come down below, and then there's the eyebrows and the start of a nose, and then there's the eyebrows, the nose, and you start putting your cheeks and your laugh lines and your crow's feet. And then you turn it a little bit, whatever way you're going to turn it. And now it's, the eyebrows, the nose, and a mustache. You turn it again, you got a whole face of a wizard with a hat. And, it's just all on one. This is all on one block, you know? So you could just go and turn that stick a million ways, and there's all kinds of stuff that you can look at over and over. You'll probably have it for a couple months and go, "Oh, I never knew that was on that stick." You know? Yeah, that stick's gonna be 6 foot tall, baby kisses, and I'm gonna paint it up and everything. You can paint all your blocks one at a time. Your faces. Here's the one I was carving. You can paint these, but after you carve this guy, you carve a nose over here, another little face. You put an eye here. You just cover the whole block with all kinds of different stuff, and then you put that block together on top of another, on top of another, and you end up with a Hector stick. I think we should call those friendship canes, right? And that's what this stuff. That's what we're gonna do with these blocks. Save these blocks, even if it's a bad face. You can always fix them. You can always use your Dremel, round them off after they're all glued together, and you have yourself a walking stick. You make them out of bigger stuff. Yeah, the stick's gonna be cool. If you make them out of bigger blocks, I was thinking of actually just putting a big steel rod, a threaded rod, right through the center of all of them. Drill them all the way through, and then put a nut at the bottom, and then you have a nice sturdy one. Otherwise, I would recommend just getting a quarter and there's something to look at. It's not going to be a super sturdy stick unless you do something like that to reinforce it. So I'm gonna cut out my other eyebrow here. So all I did was stop cut. I'm in the camera. Yeah. Stop cut. I'm just digging. Do my relief cut, making a little shadow there. I didn't cut the bottom here yet because I don't want to bust my eyebrow out yet. I don't want to do that yet. This one I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go above it just a little bit. Stop cut it. Come right down. And I'll do the top part first. Get that marker off. Right. And just round it right down to the bottom here. Over here, make me a little V cut. I don't know what kind of eyebrows you guys gave you guys. You guys gave yours. But I'm going to have to wing mine a little bit different than you probably have to. Because I'm going to try and get mine to stand out on the top. Right here. But again, pushing down into my stop cut at an angle. So I don't chop into my eye that I made. Especially with this wood. Alright. So cut your eyebrows out. However you have to. And then maybe I can hit that with a little emery and clean up the fuzzies there underneath it. I don't want to do anything too fancy here on this eye because this wood today is not gonna help. Alright, so once we have that. Oh, I can cut the bottom part of my eyebrow in, did I? On this side. So I'm gonna stop cut it. Yeah, it's like dragging through a freaking burlap bag, this wood.
Burlap bag.
That's what it feels like. It's ridiculous. This is a very bad piece. I haven't had one this bad in a while. It's that hard. All right, so get your eyebrows cut out, and when everybody's ready, let me know. I'm trying not to just take off on you because everybody always complains.
Oh, it takes everybody. When I complain, shut up, Rob. Well, when
It's because you
everybody's
always.
unhappy,
Yeah, but you're another content creator. We don't care if you're unhappy, Rob. If you're complaining,
that's true.
you just make everybody else sad. You have to be happy and upbeat and just shut up, Rob.
I'm sorry, officer. You came to the wrong house.
Man, I think I'm gonna have to write a check, Rob, and get some Heineke because this Amazon stuff is for the birds. It's getting worse and worse with every batch, or I'm gonna try a different guy. All right. So I mean, I'm going slow enough. Yeah, you can make easy eyes, and you don't really have to spend. If you're doing these little eyes, I could show you a lot quicker ways to do eyes, like I said. But I would have to set the mound up and show you a nice, easy way to do it. Like I said, today I wasn't really planning on doing eyes.
Not my way. My way is the hardest way. The hardest way you can get there.
What to do eyes?
Yeah.
What's your way, Rob?
It, it's never easy. I don't care what way anybody shows me.
I'll show you a way to do real easy eyes. There's lots of easy ways too. It's just if you want, if you're going for certain things, you know, you can't really neglect making good eye mounds. All right, let's take our gouge. Let's dress this guy up and get him going here. Over here by the eye, whether you have an eye or not. Let's take a gouge. Let's take some wood out. Right there and right here. I'm just going to take some wood out. I'll start dressing this guy up. Try not to go under your eye bag and hit it if you do have a little one. Okay? Even the gouge is scraping. Holy crow. And from there, we can take our V tool. And we'll just add a couple of little lines.
You sounded a little bit too happy about the V tool.
I like my V tool.
It sounds like it too.
V tools rock. I can make a whole carving with V tool, Rob.
Oh,
That's
without
always
doubt.
fun. Yeah, it's just freaking digging though. In this piece, anyway. Gouging a V tool, man. You could make whatever you want. You make a whole. I've cut plenty of walking sticks and stuff with just my V tool and a gouge, or just my knife and a V tool. Whole face, you know. So all I did was run my V tool for a couple of lines. I mean, mine's dug up. Don't go by mine. But if you run your V tool through, and you have a decent piece of wood, and you have a sharp V tool, that'll give him some nice character there. We'll come over to the sides of his face over here. It's always important. Now, when you're doing face, one thing a lot of people don't do, and they end up with faces that don't look that great, you know, is they don't really think about the shape of their face. Your faces, if you can start thinking of shapes, you'll probably end up with a lot better faces. Like for instance, this guy right here would look good with probably triangular face. More, I can make a square face on him. You can make a pear-shaped face. You can make a triangular face. You can make a round face. Right. So start thinking of shapes a little bit when you're doing faces a little bit more. Let's give him a little bit of a even diamond shape. This isn't really diamond. This is more of an hourglass shape. All right. But I'm going to draw two lines like that on the sides, and we're going to cut those out to frame his face. All right. Is what I like to think of it as. And we're going to run a stop cut right down the side. And this way he won't look just flat and stuck on the wood, but we're going to bury him into the wood. Okay. Stop cut that line and relieve on the inside. Push that wood into your stop cut. It's like that. All right. And try to get that out. And now his face is going to be sitting inside the wood, and you want to take the wood from here and push it into your stop cut. Okay. And that's how you frame his face. Okay, I'm going to do that on this side. Like I said, if you go a little bit beyond your line, all right, then a relief cut should remove most of your marker. I'll put it right down on the table so it's sturdy. Am I in the? Okay. Trying to make sure I'm in the camera, that's all. And just all the way up. It's nice when you get them out and cut like that, Rob. Whew. But I can see I'll have a little cleanup there. And you can take that and you can make it deeper. And the more you cut, the deeper you go, and the more you push it in, the more you bury it into his face, the more shadow you get. Okay. So stop cut, relief cut, push the wood into your relief cut, into your stop cut, I mean, and frame his face any way you want. And like I said, you could shape his face that way by giving him a triangular face, hourglass, diamond shape, whatever you want. Then across the top, of course, you know, your forehead or any whatever you're doing. Let's cut a little bit up here. Another V cut. Okay. You can take it right from the eyebrows up. It should go straight up from the eyebrows. And then this side and this side angle towards their perspective side. Like, 3 planes to the forehead, right? Straight up. This one angles this way, okay? And this one over here angles this way. Right? And if you're doing a jaw, the bottom of his face, after you put his chin in, right, and your dimensions are right, if you're trying to make a decent face or have a face with jaw and a neck and everything, it's the same way with the jaw. If I was doing the bottom of his face, right, you'd have his lip here, his mouth, right, and down here would be his jaw. Bottom is straight in, 3 planes. One side goes angled this way, the other side angles that way, and that's the same thing for the bottom of the face. 3 planes, for the most part, unless you're making a big rounded face or something. No, you can. Of course, every rule is meant to be broken when you're making characters like this because you can come up with whatever you want. And the more animated they are, usually when you're breaking the rules. You know, remember it's art. Doesn't have to be anything specific. Actually, the more animated they get, the more fun they are. See, I'm behaving, Rob. I'm being nice and calm, and you're being quiet, Rob.
Not
You have gas
not like a
tonight.
chihuahua on speed.
You got a tummy ache or something, Rob? Too much laying in the hammock make you all mellow? You were talking to me today, man. Your voice was all sped up. Did you ever find out what that was?
I
That's the
didn't know it,
quickest
but
I've
yeah,
heard you talk since I've known you.
you can speed up your
Yeah,
voice
it
on
was
that
wild.
messenger.
Yeah, it was like I was like, what the heck? Rob never talked that fast. This is Rob just called Rob on crack or something. What the heck? I'm used to you talking, the way you talk.
Cool.
But it was really fast though. I was like, that don't sound like Rob.
Well, I went back and listened to that message after you told me that, and I could see so I must have hit
Could
it
you
with
hear
my
it?
finger and sped it up.
You did something because I was like, for 4 or 5 voice messages, I was like, what the hell, Rob? Why are you talking so fast? What do you want?
The chipmunk stole my damn phone again.
Yeah, this actually feels wet, baby kisses. This wood, man.
Take your hand out of your Pampers, Kevin. You won't feel wet.
Oh, stop, Rob. As I said, two old guys with knives. I'm gonna go carve. Not a good idea.
Oh, it's the best idea I ever had. If you're a bystander,
I'm just yeah, if you're a bystander, you can watch the mayhem.
you get to get a
It's
free
been
comedian show for nothing.
it's been pouring here all day. I'm just cleaning up my forehead, guys. Yeah, it's not big hilarious live tonight. Just mellow. Got rained on all day. I did get my plant parmesan the rub. I was happy with that. But I am gonna do some serious carvings and show you guys what all these little character lines and stuff I put in, and why I'm bent on showing them over and over, and the potential you can have, and what you can actually take these techniques, learn from them, and do with when you want to make a serious carving. Because there's some pretty wild things you can make out of these wood spirits. It depends on the wood you use, though. I mean, the better the wood, the better the carving. That's for sure. When you have a bad piece, boy, it's hard to do anything. Yeah, we
I
haven't
think you
seen any
lost your
smoke
audio,
in the
Kevin.
past couple. Did I?
You're
Can you
back
hear me?
now. Yep.
It's raining here. Yeah, it's raining here. That's all right. I wasn't saying anything important. So is everybody ready for the next step, or you still need a little time? Anybody's face coming out? You getting anything, or did we screw you up with the whole start of the eyes?
I don't know. It screwed me up pretty good.
It, just make whatever you want, Rob. You put the V tool in, now make mounds out of that your thing.
Got eye booger.
You got a nice little heart shaped base there.
About his cheeks, then.
That's good. Yeah, we can make cheeks out of the bottom too. Should we give him a mouth or a mustache? I'm gonna just round all this off. And I'll wait for the answer.
Baby Kiss wants a mustache.
You want a moosh? Okay. Well, let's do it like this then. Another trick to get a little bit better mustache in. All right. I'm gonna take my gouge. I'm gonna come right down here on the sharp edge where that laugh line comes down. I'm gonna gouge me out a little bit of wood there.
Did she want a mustache or
Okay.
did she say she has a mustache?
Rob,
A little bit of
did
wax
she
will
say
a little bit of
anything, Rob?
wax take care
Yeah,
of
she
that.
said mustache. She said mustache. Come over here on the other side, do the same thing. Gouge out some wood there. Oh man, this is just split. Look at that. Well, that's what changes, but maybe this side I can get a little bit smoother, yeah, if I turn it. So anyway, now I made two dents and it raised this part even more, and that's where I'm going to put my mustache. Okay, so gouge some out there, and then we can draw a mustache in. I'm going to take my mustache and make them fairly long, I guess. Right? Down to there. And bring it up. Just draw on whatever you like. You can have a big one, you can have a small one. Maybe I'll come up a little higher. Any kind of way you want. Mine's going to look like that. Now I'm going to take this corner down before I start carving anything too. Listen how quiet it is here, Rob. It's so
I know.
quiet.
You can hear the crickets chirping.
Yeah, it's actually nice. We must have talked ourselves out today, Rob. We're pretty quiet today. You just got visions of the hammock and fluffy white broccoli clouds
And cupcakes.
and cupcakes.
Boy, I'm glad to get
Frog
that guy out of my
cupcakes.
head.
I can't unsee the frog though, since you said I could make a frog out of that. I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Every
definitely.
time I look at it, I think frog. So I'm just taking the wood out underneath there. I don't want this sharp corner here, guys. That's all I'm doing. So I'm kind of rounding it over. Trying to keep the lines that I drew in, but it'll be easier for me to put my mustache in then because I'm probably going to use the V tool. I mean, you could do it with your knife. You don't have to use your V tool. And then once I have that corner off, I left a little mound here because I might put them out there. I'm just going to run my V tool underneath it. Just a little mustache. So how are your thugs coming, baby kisses? Did you post any? I want to see them because those guys are hilarious.
They are fun to carve, that's for sure.
Ah, yeah, you can make all kinds of different characters. But it's the same thing with these guys, you know. You start making goofy faces and start giving them all kinds of different weird expressions, and then you can make anything, and you make a thug, and you put expressions on it and stuff, you know, or different hats, and that's the whole idea. Everything's a little at a time. But you use everything you learn. That's the thing. It's like martial arts. If
I
I was
know. I
teaching, you know, a headlock, there's a
I
million ways to do it. But just because I show you one doesn't mean it's the only way to do it and the only time you apply it. You know.
the only
Bed,
thing that
Rob.
I
I'm
have
sorry.
carved recently does not have Hector in it is my cupcake.
Yeah, you usually end up utilizing one thing or another, right? Whether it's an
Yeah,
eye bag,
always.
whether it's wrinkles. Yep. Yeah, once you there's Hectors are something that once you learn them, you can't unlearn them. You know,
Nope. It seems like
and you
every
start.
carving I can, even if it don't look like a Hector, you look at it and say, okay, you know that came from a Hector.
Yeah, you see the Hector techniques in it. That's what I'm saying. It's like everything else. You got to put all the carving goes into every carving. Once you know, no matter what you learn, where you learn it, you're utilizing it. If you like it, you take what you can use and you throw away what you don't use. You know, everybody's got different styles too. You know, but you learn it. You learn it and then
No,
absorb what is useful.
my mission in life is to be able to carve sticks and stones, wood spirits better than sticks and stones.
Oh, geez, that ain't gonna be hard. I can't see anymore to carve anything. I'm
Okay, so
just
I'll just
digging up
wait
the
for your
wood
talent
under.
to diminish.
That's already happened. Some of my
Kevin
best stuff was years ago. Now I can't
Kevin
find a
can't
decent
see no
enough
more.
piece of wood. Yeah, the old days when I was making super cool pine knots and everything, and nowadays I don't have the. I can't find the wood anymore. I used to really walk around for pieces too, though. I guess I should start doing that again. That's always fun videos when you're just hunting for the wood. But I wish I could go. I was just telling you that today. I wish I could buy cottonwood the way I used to, man. I used to be able to buy that Montana cottonwood bark. It was 6 inches thick, and man, the carvings you could make out of it was crazy. You know, now even on eBay, you go on eBay, it's just a bunch of crap, and it's real expensive, and you're like, that won't even carve. What do you think? It's an inch thick. What are you talking about? Who's gonna buy that for 60 something dollars? You know. These people, they find pieces of cottonwood bark and they think you can carve it. And it's only an inch thick.
Well, you can
Bug
carve
on it.
it, but it ain't worth what they want for it.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you're not gonna get. Well, you're not gonna get a carver like me come by it if it's an inch thick. You know, I need at least a couple inches thick if you want to
Good
make
thing we're
anything
talking
decent
about
out of
cottonwood bark.
it. You're mine, Rob.
I know it's Terrible. It's been diluted and polluted.
Diluted and polluted. Must have happened in Pennsylvania when you were here. I don't know
It
what
was
they're
all the
like in
acid.
Michigan. I think you had some left the way you're talking in your messages today at full speed. I was like, what the heck is up
No,
with
we
Rob?
we don't do acid no more.
They kind of freaked me out when I was getting those messages. I was like, what? What? They were really fast talking. And you sound like a different person because you got that slow and controlled voice, you know? Or I'm kind of spastic when I talk and I'm a fast talker. But you're always, got that southern type of accent stuff, and the way you talk is slower. Well, today you were talking, and I was like, "Holy crap! Rob is really hepped up, hepped up
Yeah,
about going live, and we're not even doing anything fancy."
The New York in me popped out.
Something popped out right here. We got how's that? You got a mustache there, baby kisses. You have a bad party in a few weeks. What's a bad party?
She's turning 29 again.
What's lopsided? Your mustache? Oh, birthday party. Stupid phone, right? Stupid computer. I love when I put something on the free. I try to write when like I see one of your lives, Rob. I got to keep trying to correct it because the computer keeps changing or my phone keeps changing what I say.
Oh, that happens all the time.
Yeah, and by the time I end up saying it, and then I hit yes send, it changes again in the middle of send, and it's all screwed up. All right, so right here we have a face set in. We got slitted eyes. We can just start doing beard here, or we can give him hair. We can give him more character lines. Couple of character lines across his forehead up here. If I can even put them in with this, they just rip out. But put a couple there. All right. Cut his forehead in a little more with your V tool if you want. I'm afraid to cut this thing with any tool. It's just so choppy. Might be able to sand them down with something though and clean them up. Now, if I'm going to do beard, I would take all this off this sharp point. We're just going to give him one whole beard. Take this point off. Oh, man. Yeah, that's just swell wood.
Sounds yummy.
I wouldn't know what it would be like if I didn't have a sharp knife. It'd be real bad. It's actually making my hand tired, Rob, for basswood.
Oh, see how he
Yeah,
corrects it just for basswood,
yeah.
though.
Look how dark it is, though. Huh? I've been carving sycamore and my hand isn't as tired.
That's some rough wood right there.
Look at that. I... Did you see that pairing got, Rob? Holy crow. Little bites, Kev. Little bites. Ming. All right. Let's see if we can run a gouge through this. If we want, we could do see I'd do some really nice hair if I had a decent piece, but you don't have to put a mouth if you want to run some hair. You could just use your V tool too. I'm gonna lay this down. Let's see if I can at least not cut myself. I'm just gonna run some lines with a V tool. Give them lots of movement, some long lazy S's. Alright. I won't even run a gouge through this first. I like to run a gouge when I'm doing hair. Right. I was talking to Rob before about hair. I was telling him about grouping the hair. Think of your hair in groups. You can make small tufts of hair and make one group over here just of one tuft and then break up the tuft into different pieces of hair, And that's the best way, I think, to do hair. It makes it a lot more realistic. You been grouping your hair, Rob,
Oh yeah,
since we were talking about that stuff? I know you were like really into it when I was showing you some stuff before about it. You were talking about
and this is
try.
the last guy I did with hair because cupcakes don't have hair.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
think
You
I
did do groups, yeah, yeah. I really liked it
uh,
here. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yep, yep. And there's the ways to make a. You can make big mounds, like draw out the whole. Let me see. I already did a couple some here, but you can literally draw, like say something like this, you know, and that would be a group. You group that, but then you break it up into a lot of other little hairs. When you carve it, you know. But you make group like that. You make clumps of hair. You can lay them on top of each other and everything else. We'll have to go through that in a lot of other videos. But yeah, it's definitely interesting when you make wood spirits. If you can start doing different hair, that really can attract a lot of attention to your wood spirit. The fancier your hair starts getting. See, now that would be like one big group, and then you can break it up. It's one clump, but it gives you the shape of, if you want to start doing leaves and stuff like that, it's the same idea, you know. But that would be one clump of hair that we could break up. If you
so
guys
you do the
want to play
big
that.
clump. You draw the
Yeah,
big
I would do
clumps in first.
clumps. It would depend on what you're trying to achieve. If you would want like the middle of his beard to stick out, you could do this right here, this piece right here into a big clump, right? Like this. And you make that one big piece first and make that stick out and then break it up into these little hairs. And then over here, you start another clump, over here. And then on this side where this guy is, and then that way you can separate them and you can make them different levels and whatever you want. You guys understand that? So if I want the middle part to stand out, like I could even gouge it out here. And that's another thing. You run your gouge through first, take a big gouge, run it through first. You get different depths, right? Then you can go to a smaller gouge. Then you can go to even smaller gouge. And then you can get your V tool, and give them deep shadows. But you see how that'll give it a different level. Over here on this side, you could take out the clump and separate it from that clump. I already put some lines in here, but I would have to carve those out. You can separate them then and make them go different directions, and that's how you get the swirlies, like in the carvings I was showing you. Got you all excited about the hair. Remember the one I made for my dad?
Yep. Yeah, that was wicked.
Uh, yeah, yeah, that was that type of technique. You'd have to raise certain areas and lower other areas, and then do your hair. But you think the shape first of whatever you're trying to do. You know. So this over here would be raised. This right here would be higher than this. You can underlap them, undercut them, and then bring this underneath the other one or over top. So it's. I mean, I'm messing the carving up, showing everybody, but I'm trying to explain. There's a lot more to hair than just running lines, though. That's for sure. If you think of it in groups, yeah, think of the shape you want your beard and what you would like it to do. Do you want it? Do you want it to swirl? Do you want it to just? Do you want it to overlap? Do you want it to look wispy? It, make a drawing or two beforehand helps too. So let me try and clean this guy up now. You guys put your hair in. If you want, you can add your. We've covered a lot of these, so I'm not really going too crazy doing a step by step here, but trying to explain things more today. Because most of you guys that are watching live are always here. when we do it live. You've seen this stuff, like running your gouge through it first. But the more I
That
can
don't
raise
mean we
this,
remember it.
yeah, it doesn't mean you remember it. But I would have to take a lot of this down to get that to stand out, and I'd use my gouge. I'd keep gouging it out, and you know, try to get this clump to stand out. To do that, of course, you got to take wood out around it, and then you can leave the high part raised and run some V tool and stuff through it. It gives it a pretty neat effect. You know, you can also round them off with your knife, so it has smoother edges. And if ever you're gonna run a V tool through anything, you should round it off a little bit first, and your V tool will go right through it. But if you keep it sharp and you try to cut across a corner or something, that's a hard V tool cut. That would be tough. End up tearing out then most of the time. You know. So I'm gonna try and clean this guy up. He's dug up because I'm doing more talking than paying attention to what I'm doing. I didn't even give him a lip. I'm just running hair up into under his mustache.
Wow, 33 thumbs up.
I thought we were doing
That,
nothing today but screwing up stuff.
that's what we're
Yeah,
doing.
pretty much messing stuff up, right? But now we're talking now about real stuff.
We are. When that happened?
Well, we're talking about grouping hair. Grouping hair is grouping hair.
The Hector Hair Salon.
Oh. So we have a little face hair, and you can put the hair in any way you want. I do recommend if you're gonna do hair, you want to gouge through it first. All right, I'm gonna try to clean this guy up now. Just show you. Run some big swirly lines like this. I'm not gonna make the fancy hair. Some deep lines with your gouge. All right, like that. And then you can run your V tool through them. Okay,
Don't let
and
your
rate
eyes
them
drive you
by
crazy, guys.
what?
Trying to get them perfect because he ain't gonna.
Oh, but you see how deep I made that gouge cut? Now you see that piece of hair up? That's one piece, right? You could do that again with the gouge. Make a big scoop here, and then try and get that. And when you make the curls and everything, like the beard I was showing you, I'm talking to Rob because I showed him some carvings doing this, and he really liked it. But that's with these deep gouge cuts like this. See that? I leave it a little high here, and then I'll take this V tool again, and there you have another. And then you start getting some wild looking hair, you know, and you're wondering how I had it all turned and twisted, and that's doesn't look like that type of hair. See, that's
Yeah.
how I did it. That's how I did it because you were really interested in asking. Sometimes I just put a hole right in the middle, you know. Uh, I hollow things out sometimes and go underneath it. I'm gonna start showing it, like I
Yeah.
said, in some more serious videos. Yeah, because you can get some pretty
I've been
wild
playing with
effects of
that.
overlap. Yep. So, yeah, I'm probably not gonna go nuts really doing this guy nice hair in the live, but this is the type of hair, we're gonna do tutorials and stuff on in the member section, and I mean you can make it twist. If I had that carving, I'd show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, you can come up with some really really nice effects. Nothing like the videos we're doing here, just playing and teaching little techniques. But I mean some serious looking effects that you put in carvings, and they're the people. Whoa, they make them pop. I mean pop. You can really come up with some nice stuff, especially with beards and hairstyles. I'll have to do a video and take some photos of some of the carvings and show some of the old ones that I've sold over the years and show you guys some of them. You'd be amazed at the effects you can get with having some nice hair, especially. I think I focus more on hair when I'm doing a carving than anything else. If I'm doing wood spirits or faces, because that's really what the wood spirits are known for, is all that wispy hair. So yeah, you start taking them into groups, getting deep, and doing cuts like that, so you can end up with some nice flowing hair. And practice doing that, you know. And it's always about the depth. The deeper you can get. Usually with a gouge cut, all right? If you can get some pretty good depth there, like that, all right? And then you can run that V tool in, and then it'll start making that piece stand out. And then it's just a matter of shaping that, sometimes maybe just at the tip. I mean, this isn't the best piece to show it on. But you want it to definitely have some shadow. You want it to have some movement. You want different depths. Not The hair shouldn't be the same depth. It should change. You know, higher, lower. Some pieces cross each other. So I'm just giving advice, hoping that you'll pick something up out of it. But as far as making a nice carving today, I don't think so. But I didn't expect this piece to turn out to be anybody anyway. But if you get anything out of that, definitely use your gouge first and then run your V tool through it, and try to get some big different strands that you can separate. Even those you can break up into smaller pieces, and it'll end up looking like a whole different carving. This piece is going to break if I try that. I need my little micro tools. You can start breaking the tips apart and everything, and it'll have tufts of hair and they'll overlap. So we'll have to show those in other videos. I'll get a good piece of wood and get all my tools out and do some hair tutorials if you guys want. So just make this guy, give him hair any way you want. I'm going to try and give him a couple more lines so he has just some kind of lines in him, and then go up and do something up here. Mustache too. You can give him all kinds of different hairlines. I like to just animate the bottom of the mustache a lot. What I was thinking there. I had the other hair in my head. All right. On the bottom of the mustache, I like to just do lines like this. You guys know that I usually just push a couple into wood and just do the bottom half of the mustache to animate them. You can run a few more higher if you want, but I don't like to fill his whole mustache with just hairlines running everywhere. This guy I can't do anything with. Every time I try to put cut in, it just messes him up. I should quit while I'm ahead. I don't know why there's a bunch of likes on this video because the carving's crap, Rob. But hopefully you'll pick something up. All right, so we got some beard hair in him. We got a mustache. We can cut cheeks in, even with your V tool. You can do that. You can even do this. Just run a line down here and run a line down here, and we can run hair off of those. All right. So it doesn't take much to just start giving this guy hair everywhere. All right. You can run lines right off of the cheek, up here. Again, try to make them swirly. And again, if I was doing real serious hair, I would take my gouge first and do it. Right now, I'm just trying to get through this carving in this live by taking some wood out. Or at least down here it's carving. Nah, it's breaking up there. Because this piece today is wearing me out. Anybody still here? You still carving, Rob? What are you doing?
Yep, I'm carving.
I can't
I
even
think I
see
got some
yours.
crazy glue on my pencil.
My hand or my phone is way above me, and I can't read anything what's going on. Yep. So that's what I got. Does anybody have any questions on any part of this
Yeah,
that
I'm
we
over
did
here.
do? We have covered a lot of this, huh?
I'm getting
Because we have
questions
covered a
which
lot of
side
this.
I'm on. Kevin's got
What
the
side are you
Xbox
on?
controllers over there.
What side are you on? Of what? Of the screen?
I think. I think that's what they're talking about.
I see wood chips on your side. Rob's the one clearing his ruler. He's clearing with his ruler. Let me see your carving, Rob. What'd you make?
So far, that's where we're at.
Big ol' honker. Oh, you got his eyes carved in pretty good, Rob. Yeah, I had to stop mine. I can't even attempt anything but slitties on this guy. Not on this wood. I wonder if the other side covers any better.
I don't know. It feels like all I've been doing is messing with the high eyes on this guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, eyes you definitely got to mess with if you're going to make them. But this guy, I don't think. This side's really dark. Wow. This is some porous stuff. I don't even know. Oh, my God. Holy crap. Holy crap. This side's worse. Look at that. It'd take all my strength to cut that. You could do this too, guys. If you started like this, you could actually, you know, like I said, you know how we started like this? It's the same thing, you know, and there's the saddle of your nose and your eyes, you know, go here. So you can also use the scoop cut to achieve that effect.
The scoop cut. We love the scoop cut.
The scoop do. I could start a whole other face here, Rob. This side cards
The
better. I
other
should
side.
use this side. It's harder, but it's smoother. So watch how quick you can.
And you get them sides of the basswood, it's like it's all straws that are loosely packed.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see something. Give me a second.
Oops, that might be a little too much.
I mean, how quick you can put a face in. You know, you can do one pretty quick if you really don't have to worry about cameras and explaining stuff. But yeah, this side actually carves better, Rob. I'd even hollow this out and give them big eye channels here.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at how nice that carves on this side. And why didn't I use this side? This side looked worse. See how smooth? It's
Surprise, surprise.
a whole different world. Yep. You see, when you're using a gouge, how much wood you can remove real fast, and look, I got a nose cut in already. A little bit of cleaning up here. I got nice hollow eyes here for making my eye mounds. Doesn't take long to start building the face, you know. And once you get those the techniques down, you could just go crazy and just have Hector faces everywhere. That's what I said. After a while, especially when you get that V tool going. Where's my V tool anyway? Oh, there it is. You get a V tool going, you start doing all kinds of just, it starts putting detail in. Or eyebrows, even right through the blocky stuff. Yeah, this side carves real nice. Well, not real nice, but as opposed to the other side, for sure. So, it doesn't take long, though, you know? All right, so this is what I got for today, anyway. On this side, the crappy side. But definitely use
Well,
your
you got
gouge,
more done
guys.
than I did.
Huh?
Oh,
Tinless.
this
Yeah, trying to
my
read the.
flex cut knife is my flex cut knife is dead. Womp womp.
What happened?
It ain't cutting no more. It's scratching.
Oh, you need to hone that puppy.
I do.
I can't
Yeah.
believe. I can't believe how bad the other side of this carves is totally different on this side. This side, I could actually make clean cuts.
I've had that happen
Yeah,
before. One side's like straws are really stacked loose and just breaks and chips, and the other side's beauty.
yeah. Well, this right here, if you want to make a cheek look, I could actually make my cheek just by doing V cuts, you know, which is how I like to put a lot of cheeks in. But, and right there, I have my mound, and even in that type of small. But the V tool would make nice eyebrow. Look at that. I could make the eyebrow with the V tool right or the eyelid, you know. It's crazy the difference between this side and the other side. The other side I bitched and moaned all night, and this side right here is just carving beautiful. Well enough anyway. You know, without breaking. So yeah, I could have done a lot on this side and shown you a much better carving today, but that's okay. You know.
That's one of them you never know what you're going to get until you get into it.
Yeah, it just amazes me the difference in both sides. How clean cuts can be on one side and the other side just tears out. I mean, this side is brutal. Can you see that breaking up? Look at that. Total difference. Oh well. Anyway, that's
Much
probably gonna go.
better.
What you got?
Switch knives.
Oh, did
I
you wear
got my
your other
favorite
knife
knife.
out?
Yeah, I wore the edge right off of that biker.
Here's them little
This thing
eyes.
lasts forever because it's made of 5100 bearing steel.
Yeah, it does depend on what kind of steel you're using too, and the
Well, I know
sharpness,
what's
and
in
the
this
wood,
one and the thickness of the blade.
and the thickness of the blade. Yep. Well, you're still playing there. Maybe I can. Ooh, look at that. Oh man, that was like butter. Doing this piece. It's amazing that you could buy a piece of wood. See how clean those cuts are? Or you could buy a batch of wood, and one piece is just garbage, like that last one I was carving, and this piece right here is in the same batch, and he carves nice. You know, it's just amazes me. I don't know where
That's the
these
good
guys
thing
get
about
their
the
wood.
Heineke wood.
It's always the same.
It's
Maybe
pretty.
it's
It's.
in their
I'll
drying
tell you what.
process.
You will get more good wood than you will bad. Where Amazon seems like everything I got the
Yeah,
last
this
couple
whole
times
batch.
was rough.
Yep, this right here is like one of the few out of a batch of 12 that I think I got three that I could actually carve. Actually be able to get eyes in or whatever. Like I said, I'm carving sycamore and it was a lot easier to deal with than this stuff. But if I was had
I
eyes
might
right
have to
here, I
move to
like to go like
Wisconsin just to get access to that wood.
that Heineke. Well, he's breaking up there though.
Yeah,
But it's still not as bad as yeah, see once I do when you start getting that glassy finish, that's a nice cut. But it does break in spots too though, on both sides. It depends on I guess it depends on what you're trying to achieve. But there's another getting under a bag. Like if I make that scoop, these techniques are what really, if people are trying to learn, you should watch. Because you make a scoop like this, like underneath that eye, and then you want to run a sharper line, you use that V tool then. And it's the same thing as making hair, all right? But it'll give you that shadow you're looking for and find some different kind of swirlies and stuff you want to put in effects you want to put. I can make that come all the way up and turn into another bag, in other words, to go under his eye here. So, but you need wood that you can cut without it breaking out, like I said. Uh, so practice with those. Utilize those gouges and V tools more than you are if you're not, because those deep cuts are really what makes a carving. It's carvings are about bringing the shadows out and everything. If you can get some shadows, boy, you can make that look. I don't even have to do eyebrows like a Hector. I'll just yeah,
I
you
was
just
always
make
one
lines
to
like this.
blow off the V tools and stuff until I really started using them and getting used to them.
Yeah, once you start
Now I
playing with
don't
them and
think I
seeing
would
what
do
you
a
can.
carving without them.
Yeah, well, you're gonna see that if you want to get all these little lines and stuff in, hand tools definitely will grant you that. That's for sure. And it just makes that effect. I mean, even just a V tool, like I said, just to outline. We talk about framing the face. Like I can write down where I just carved through. Right there, you're just cutting the head in, you know, or the shape of it anyway. Where you want to, and then you can push it up with your knife. I'm just using my V tool here, but if I wanted to just make a little quick mustache, even without rounding this off, doesn't have to be a big one. I mean, you could go through carvings left and right, just playing and making little things that are blocky with your V tool, and you'll realize, wow, I can really get a lot of stuff done with that, you know. And then just take the other pieces that you need to get out of your way off with your knife. I mean, you could do half of your carving with a V tool, and then just cut your fine details in and straighten them out afterwards. So people should definitely play with those more because when you want to start getting big shadows, you don't have to do everything with your knife. You got tools at your disposal that will take a lot more wood off and give you some nice deep cuts. You know, use them first to get the wood off, and then clean up with your knife for those little finish cuts like this right here. And you can. I mean, look, I got a face again. You know, it doesn't take much. So I would definitely play with the V tools. Get yourself a set of decent gouges. And the best way to go with that, I would say, would be the flex cuts because you were checking out prices today again, right, Rob, for the files, Swiss made ones.
Yeah, for that the medium set was $230.
Yeah, yep. Like I said, and I think you used to be able to get a set of files like mine here right? These palm tools. You used to be able to get those for like $60, for a palm set. It's probably 100 something now, you know,
Well,
and
even
that's
at that, they're
within like
worth it.
oh yeah, but they are worth the way they cut. Yeah, I mean, you get a nice set of Swiss made tools. Well, it's like anything else. Like you can go buy a cheap carving knife on Amazon that you saw, or you can buy a flex cut and pay 20 something dollars. And even though flex cut isn't top of the line for the money, I would say it is top of the line. You're not going to
Oh
get a
yeah,
decent carving knife. You know, you're definitely not going to get a carving knife for what are they now? 20 something dollars, 20, 26 maybe 25. I don't know. Used to be able to get them
flex
19.95.
cut.
You still might. Yeah, probably
Flex cut is up
$25
to
for a
30
knife.
bucks.
Are they now? Still, for
Yeah,
the price and for what's out there, you can't beat it. You know.
but they got
So
some
get your
pretty
set of
good
set
beginner
gouges.
sets that come with a knife and a couple gouges for 80
Oh yeah,
bucks.
and and don't forget the band-aids they give you. you
Yep.
know, if you buy a beginner set, you will get a set of band-aids. I don't think you can't do it by itself though. You can't just buy a
No, you
knife and
gotta
expect
buy
to
the
get band-aids. You got to
right.
spring
You
for
gotta get the kit.
a kit. Yeah, if you spring for the kit, you'll get some band-aids. Yep, that doesn't take long.
Th- They're good band aids too. I've used them.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've used mine.
Matter of fact,
You
I got
probably
to
got some
refill
of
my
my.
little box. That
You keep your box too.
yeah. I mean, I got a full first aid kit here with sutures and everything.
It's funny when it gets so deep, then it gets choppy there a little bit. I wanted to put in the corners here, make that a little deep.
You never know when the aliens are going to attack you. You need a top grade first aid kit.
Yeah, we got to do some serious videos and put them in the members section and really go slow and make sure everything's explained instead of trying to just do things online. Because everything really is a process. That's when I was teaching the hackers. That's what I want to do. I want to make sure it's all put together right for them. For you guys, you can go from one video to the next and learn every little technique on how to do certain things, and then how to advance that technique, and then end up with better and better faces. But just getting all these little tips and tricks, doing like gouge lines or different ways to do mustaches and different ways to texture things. They make a huge difference when you start doing your faces after you learn them. They really do. And it's progressive, you learn one thing and then you practice it and then you advance it like everything else. You can't learn everything overnight, but you can sure utilize one or two tricks that can change your whole world too. And every carving is
That and go
different. It
back in
depends on what
time
you're
to
doing.
the old Sticks and Stones videos and rewatch them.
Yeah, everything is pretty much explained in all of those if you go way back. I mean, I explained everything from carving clay to, almost everything that I show in these videos, but I haven't explained like how to get the whimsy and a lot of the real whimsical big pine knots and stuff, which I love to do a series on that, but that's just not going to be in a live. There's no way, you know. But the knife stuff, get those faces cut in, you know. Remember framing the face. That's an important one. Remember cutting some cheeks in, you know. Starting some beard hair, slanting this down. You don't have to do it like this, but once you have your cheek cut in, once you have your bags and everything, you slant this down. That's where your beard would start. Little things like that. Make a big
Mosquito.
difference. You could start a beard where it meets the face, or you can come all the way up here to the eyebrows and start a beard right under the eye. You know, There's all kinds of ways to just get different effects. So that's what we're doing today, guys. Look at how dark this wood is, Rob. Can you see that? Can you see that? I don't know if you
Oh
see
yeah,
it
it's
on
pretty
camera.
yellow.
This is no right here. You don't see from here over
Yeah,
all
it's got
this.
like that pea color to it.
Oh my god! It looks like oak or something right there. And then over here, this side's pretty clean. It's really weird. So we ended up with this guy.
Friggin'
Try to
flying
remember some of the
hypodermic
hair
needles
tech.
are attacking me.
Yeah, I'm gonna get something to eat. But this right here, if you get anything out of this guy today, the nose we did with a veto. All right, and the hair here, we really dug deep with a gouge. We made one tuft, dug deep with a gouge, and then went inside with a V tool and to get this type of effect for hair. Okay, and you can even dig out. Here's a guy. I don't know if my camera's too close or not, but you can see here on this guy. See, can you see that hair there?
Yep.
You can even get up and underneath, and you can start swirling pieces of hair. You can make curly cues. All right, start hooking them. There's all kinds of ways. I still got to dig this guy's forehead back. I still got to take his eyebrows down. I got to take all this down, or I can leave him like that. He'll look like that, but his face is way too flat here. But he's so hard to get through. I'm doing it in stages. But he's gonna have some wild hair, even down here at the bottom. See how this starting to curl? Starting to curl these little pieces of hair. I'll work on the hair like crazy on this all the way around. And it'll be way up here. I'll have leaves and vines and everything. But this is a lot
I
longer
can
process,
I can
you
already
know.
hear the piffles crying.
Oh man. Yeah, the freaking the piffles. I've had to hone my piffles so many times, and I'll take them out on the sycamore too. Don't forget, we're gonna put our
Would you
hectares
s-
together. We're gonna make these faces, and we're gonna put them together
what
into a big stick
what did you say
with all
that
kinds of
well
expressions.
what did you say that place was again? What for the
Oh,
for the piffle palm
if you're
gouges?
gonna get piffles, yeah, what was it? Woodcraft, Rob.
Woodcraft. I'm gonna write that down so I don't
Woodcraft.
forget it.
Yep, write that down. I guarantee you they got files there. Yep, you'll get piffles there. So I got my piffles.
All right. Because
Yep.
I looked on Amazon, I
So,
looked on eBay was nuts
oh yeah,
because they didn't
well,
want to sell the set; they wanted to sell them one by one.
yeah, and that's the only way you can collect some of the big ones now. I had to buy my big ones one at a time. Yep, go to Woodcraft. You can order it online and then go pick it up.
I even looked at Rocky Mountain carving supplies,
Uh huh.
and they didn't have any. They had them
Yeah,
one by one, but they didn't have none of the kits.
I would say out of all the carving places nowadays, I would go to Woodcraft. Here's another one. Look, practice your expressions, guys. We're gonna start doing some more serious stuff. Look at this. I got these things everywhere, Rob. I could clean these guys up and put them on stick. It's just
Even
noses,
if it's a
noses,
frog
noses.
cupcake.
Look, look at a pointy nose on this guy. I just practice. I'm constantly just grabbing my knife and I'll whittle dumb, stupid little stuff. That would make a good witch. That guy. But I got hundreds of these. I'm gonna put sticks together, and that's gonna be the project. And we might have like I said, we'll have a bunch of people. We'll start doing some hectares. I'll do certain ones, and we'll do them slow, and we'll make sure everybody can get them. And you guys, if you want, you can submit them, and maybe we'll have a giveaway. I'll put together a cane out of all the sub hectares, and we'll have a giveaway. You can paint them, do whatever you want. I'll have to paint one or two of mine then too, if we're gonna do a painted one, because then it'll all look the same. The friendship cane. That's what it is. You like these videos where we're just bullshitting, doing nothing, Tim? Because that's what's going on. But we did show. I think I was showing pretty much stuff, right? I mean, I could do that stuff forever. I know I just go back. I try to throw a bunch of tips in, and if you get something out of it, you get something out of it, you know. But if you have specific questions, definitely ask them. I mean, I'll try to answer them.
Well, I didn't get the hair put
If
in
I
mine,
can't,
but
if
I
I
got a
can't,
mustache
Rob
on.
will. You got one, Rob? Let me see. I can't even see it. My phone is. I have to stand up to look in my phone. Oh yeah. See, his eyes look good, Rob.
He's all right.
He's alright.
You know, I'm going to mess with him for the next 2 or 3 hours, right?
Oh yeah. Well, like me, the crap that I carved, I'll still make something out of him, and he'll go on the cane. You know. But I have to pull him away from the camera. As you can you see this? This is where my phone is on this, and it's right in my way because my overhead broke, and I'm trying to stay under it and not hit this thing, and oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? So I don't know, I got this face. I think I made a couple faces today just screwing around.
What are
I
you
should
going to
get
do
a
if your
couple of
wife
blocks of
drinks
wood.
liquor?
Huh?
What are you going to do if
You
your
talking to
wife
me, Rob?
drinks liquor? Talking to everybody.
Oh. What else? Do I have anything to show anybody?
Oh, I was going to tell you. You better not be so
What were
worried
you going
about the eagle getting a dog. You better worry about that eagle getting that little Philippine girl of yours.
to? Yeah, that bald eagle I sent you a picture of, a video of. Yeah, I gotta worry about him snatching the pug out of the yard or the wife out of the garden. She's only
Yeah, that thing's as
4.
big as a
You know,
that bird was as big as a
as big as her.
pterodactyl.
The eagle is. The wife's only as big as the pug. She's like soaking wet, not even 90 pounds, I think. 4'11. Here you go, Rob. This is gonna be a curly Q mustache.
And
It
she's still
started. This got
11
annoying me
inches
enough.
taller than you. Huh.
Here's another one. I got these things everywhere, just playing with faces. Oh man. Yeah, I gotta clean up some of this basswood and go. I get disgusted with the basswood though. I start carving it and I go, "What a piece of garbage!" And I start bitching and moaning to myself in the box. What's garbage? I don't even know where I
I
bought
got a
that wood.
I got a
You know,
bunch of
I miss
half
my
hectares.
cottonwood bark. You should have made them on blocks like me though. Then you could put them together for a cane. Well, you got hectares for magnets. I could clean these up, put wiki
Yep.
expressions on them, paint them. You paint them, it's a whole different world. They'll end up looking totally different. I seen you did an antique video. I was watching that. We are
Yep. I
talking
got
about
them.
antiquing. But did you like using the cheap burnt umber, like I said, more than your antiquing, or well, you can
Absolutely.
control the color and it's
Absolutely.
cheap. You liked it, right? Yeah, I noticed.
Oh
I didn't
yeah, it's
watch the whole
great.
thing, but I noticed that you were gonna start antiquing. I know we were talking about it. Yeah, yeah. I just use burnt umber and water. That way I can wipe it off.
That's
I
what I
can make
use.
Yep. You
If
can
you're
wipe it
doing
off
if
and you
you're doing
can
a
build
wood
your color as
spirit,
dark as you want.
if you're
I go
doing
buy
like a
that
green
antique.
man, you can use the burnt Sierra. It's kind of green.
Oh, burnt sienna. Yeah, you can use raw sienna, burnt sienna. Burnt umber is real good for making antiquing. Burnt umber mixed with a little bit of black, you know, and you can water it down as much as you want and wipe it off as you go. I told you I'd use shoe polish. I, but I
Hector
won't go
Reagan.
buy a little stupid bottle. He does kind of look like something. Let me see. Wait. I gotta stand up. Look at the ears on that guy. Holy crap! Did you make him in alive?
That's Hector Reagan.
Oh, that guy came out good. Yeah, gotta
Every
dirty them
day.
up. They were way too bright. Yeah, you painted them before. They were way too bright. It was like, oh, my eyes, Rob. Yeah, but nothing beats that
My
freaking.
favorite Hector.
Yeah, he looks good. What'd you use on him? Antiquing or the burnt umber?
Burnt umber.
Yeah, see?
I was going back and
It
forth
gives you the.
between guys. Like this one I did in burnt umber, and this one I did with the antiquing wax.
Yeah, I started watching a little bit of it, and then I got called for supper, and I was like, I'm gonna watch a whole antiquing video. I know what he's gonna do. I was just wondering if you were gonna use burnt umber because the part I saw, I seen you had that antiquing solution, and I was like, I don't know, man. Those things are expensive. Hope he tries burnt umber because what are that things like $8 or $10 a freaking bottle, as opposed to
Yeah,
you know a dollar something worth of craft paint, folk art paint. You can go get that at any craft store. He's good. No, that's Green. Did you paint him? He's not painted yet. Yeah, he come out wild.
no,
His hair looks good, Rob.
he
See how nice and round the
he's
eyeballs
been
are, guys?
sealed.
Uh huh. What's the other thing? If you seal them and you just wipe paint on them, you can wipe it right off, and he's antiqued. Just water it down a little bit so it comes off easy. You don't have to put
Make
even a
sure you
couple
get
of drops
deep
of
in
water.
that corners.
Oh yeah. Yep. Upper lid, lower lid, nice round balls. You could pop pupils in him and make them look sideways. It look good. Or you could just paint them in. Sometimes
Yeah,
I was gonna
only
do a
part
Hector
because
video. Well, it's like this. I was gonna do a video of this guy and just start doing and just draw the eyes in after you carve it. I just ran over the cuts with a marker, like a fine marker, to show you guys where the cuts are. And you start
yep,
making these little expressions. And before you know it, you're putting them on full-fledged wood spears, and you add all the hair and everything, and you end up with some wild stuff. I mean, they don't have to be goofy. You can make them serious. I mean, you've seen some of my serious carvings I was showing you a couple weeks ago. Everything isn't, a goofy face. I mean, we make real stuff, but this is how you learn, and you have more fun doing these, though, because if you could you know, make them do all kinds of different stuff, then you can put those expressions in things like the one you're holding and make more serious ones. And he's got all the
yeah.
character lines,
Even
you
in
know.
this guy, you can see some of the Hector teachings in it.
Yeah. Well, you could see in this guy. That's all Hector teaching, you know. And then just added some eyes, But the eyes here don't have a bottom lid. I didn't even put bottom lid in yet, you know. I just gave him some eyebrows, low eyebrows though, not Hector eyebrows, so there weren't. Then I gave him a very small lid, and then rounded off the bottom part and just popped the pupil in. That's it. And then down here, the cheeks are just natural, and. But even carving this right here, we got to cover that. Carving what they call that? The mouth mound, right? Usually you make a mound for the mouth, but the dental plane, I guess you would call that.
The
You know,
barrel of the
and you put your
mouth,
teeth in. Yeah, you right the barrel of the mouth. You make a mound, then the barrel, and then you make sure you have a plane
the
going
oral
across it for your
commissure.
teeth. No, that's a Alec Lacoste. I heard him say that. I was like,
That's
that's what
down
that
here.
thing is. Yeah, I was teaching that for years, never knew what the hell that thing was called. I was like, there is a dent in the corner of the mouth there, and it's like a little hole. You push into that, and I'm showing it in videos, and I'm like, there's a name for it, I'm sure. And you mentioned Alec Lacoste, and I went and checked out some of his videos. He's good. And he said, yeah, this was the oral commissure. You could tell he had some schooling, huh?
Yeah, he
And I was
went
like,
to
oh, that's what that's called.
uh, he went to art
I was
school.
like, oh, yeah, well, he knows his anatomy because he named that. And he said another word or something. I was like, really? Is that what that called? I don't care what it's called as long as I can do it. But yeah,
The
you could
anal
tell he's
sphincter.
the anal sphincter. Why do you always end up with
I'm showing
anal
off all
stuff,
my
Rob?
little. Every time I talk to you, butt comes to my mind.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it is. Did I tell you a guy on TikTok asked me? I got a message from some TikToker the other day. He's like, hey. And I was like, what's up? I know who it was. I think it was some wood carver, and he goes, "Are you gay?" And I was like, "No, block." What do you mean? What the
Good thing
hell?
I
I
wasn't
was,
there. Oh yeah, he likes it.
I was like, "What the hell kind of
That's why
question
he's
is
so
that?
short.
Am I projecting some kind of way, Rob? I don't know."
It's that mustache of
Being left, I
yours.
was like, "Huh?"
It's
See,
that
yeah,
70s
but I
porn
wasn't going.
mustache you have.
Are you asking me if I'm gay, and all you're seeing is my hands? Do I have gay hands? I
I
don't know.
I asked him that and he still hasn't told me.
No, I'm definitely not. I don't think so. I hope not. I don't need to confuse my children. They think I'm, not. So,
Well, you could be like
but
Bruce Jenner and become Kathleen from Kevin.
it was just like out of the blue. It was like, "Hey, what's up? Well, how are you?" It was like, "Are you gay?" I was like, "What? No, why? Why would you think that? Or are you asking if I'm available or what?" 'Cause no, it was
I
funny.
was watching that Shoop's woodworking shop the other night, and some guy asked him if
Huh?
he was Muslim because he has a really long beard.
Yeah, I don't know what the point is. It's like people
What
ask
does
all
it
kinds of
matter?
stuff. Yeah, exactly. You don't care if
It
it's
must be all
purple,
that
pink.
whistling
It
through
don't
your
matter.
nose. He's taking it as a code.
Yeah, he doesn't know. It's just boogers. There's no secret signal there. Just an old guy with a
The
stuffy nose.
bats,
That's all.
the bat signal.
So, any questions on this? We're in the air. Yay! Sean's in the air finally. Now he's got an hour and a half ride to. Or no, how long is it to Denver? What did he say? 11 hours
I
or
think he
something?
said
I think before he said
from
11 hours,
from
he
Los.
said an hour and a half he had to wait today, but that's not his plane ride.
It
Have a
shouldn't take
safe
that
trip,
long from.
Sean.
It shouldn't be that long from
Where's he going?
Louisiana to Colorado.
I don't know where he's going. Ooh, look at this, Rob. I got peanut butter snacks.
He's going from
I'm gonna eat one.
Louisiana to
Yeah,
Memphis,
Denver,
or not
Colorado, right?
to Colorado.
No,
Yeah,
yeah. There you go, big
shouldn't
kisses.
be that long.
Peanut butter tasty cakes. The breakfast champions. Or the dinner champions. I don't know. I told the wife, I'm going live
All I
tonight, but
get,
I'm hungry. She said, "Did you know she told me?" She said, "Good luck." I was like, "Oh, man."
well, you got your
Good
eggplant
luck.
parm. So what are you being so greedy
Yeah, I got my
about?
eggplant. That's what she knows. She started laughing. I was like, "You're not even going to make me a snack?" She says, "You're on your own,
Kevin, you
buddy."
too
You're
fat.
on your own.
Go to garden, Kevin.
I am. I
You
am. I'm getting a gut.
you can have
I'm sitting
tomato.
talking too much. Night, Jim.
I found
Night,
out
night. What did
broccoli
you find out,
clouds
Rob?
doesn't have any calories. Broccoli clouds have no calories.
Broccoli clouds. Gonna reach up and grab one. I got all my snacks out here. Look, I got chips.
That's
I
what
got
I got
peanut
for
butter
dinner
snacks.
tonight.
What you got?
Broccoli clouds.
Now we're just talking about snacks. And Tim's like, "I'm going to bed. These guys are eating and shit." Night,
It's
Tim.
bedtime. Good night, Tim. Love your
Yeah, now it's
angels.
turn. Tim's making an angel.
Yeah, pretty good ones too.
I have to get out more. Start watching some stuff. I don't watch anybody's channel. I'm always just going. And then you're sending me your lazy boy Rob's videos where you're, This is me in my hammock. Look at the clouds. This is my feet. I'm like, what the hell, Rob? Lazy ass, get up and do something. I'm like,
Boop,
it's
boop, boop, boop,
pouring
boop.
here, and I'm running through the drops, and you're swinging your toes on your hammock, going da 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 da. Just carve the life of just carve Rob. It's a beautiful thing.
It's hard to handle all
See,
these mobsters.
see, there's advantage. There is advantages to getting old.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, what are they? Thinking you got
Well,
a fart and it's a turd?
you were doing it today. Well, you can put in the grocery store and nobody will really pay any attention to you.
You yawn and throw
Stuff
your
like
back
that.
out.
Yep. They just go, yeah, well, he's old. you know.
Somebody shit their
Yeah.
pants.
Those
Ah,
are
it's
the
Kevin.
those those are the disadvantages. Your back locks up, you trip, and you break your wrist and can't carve for 4 weeks.
Yeah, no shit.
Those are the.
It still ain't back all the
Yep.
way. It's aching right now.
Yep. I got out of bed today, stepped on the floor, and pulled the calf muscle. I was like, "What the hell?" You know,
I
those are
farted
the
and
disadvantages.
threw my neck out.
That's right, baby kisses. It's time to kick back. I was talking to Rob like that today. I said, I'm kind of enjoying this stage of my life. I can really just get up, go outside, do what I want, and not care. I said, you asked him the other day, what day is it, Rob? I said, I'm like Crocodile Dundee. Don't know the day, don't care. Yep. Don't know what day it is. Don't
My
really care.
doctor
Don't know what time it is. Yep.
my doctor keeps my calendar accurate for me.
Mine don't like me because I don't know them. Never go to them. I told him the only reason I'm not sick is I don't go to you every freaking 3 months, and you don't tell me I'm sick because I don't go to you so you can. I'm afraid to go to him.
Yep.
No, no, thanks.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. I
Yep,
don't know anything's wrong, so there's nothing wrong.
that's right.
Once I know it, then I'm in trouble.
I was doing stuff with my son the other day, and he's like, "Did that hurt?" I was like, "Nope. I refuse to let the old man in." I just keep going. That's the secret. You can't let the old man in, Rob. I'm older than you. You're young.
I don't know.
You're falling apart.
He's a lot he's a
Falling
lot
apart.
stronger than I am.
You were funny swinging your feet on your hammock today, though. I kept saying, "I want a hammock. I want a hammock."
No hammock for you, Bing.
Oh, she won't let me get old at all. I can't even play the old card with her. I don't want to go do that. My back hurts. She goes, "You're full of crap. You're full of shit. Your back don't hurt." She just calls me out.
You can sit
You
out
know.
there and carve for 20 friggin' hours.
I told you I couldn't get out of picking vegetables the other day because you went live and I wanted to watch you go live, and she was yelling from the door, "When you're done playing with this card, Rob, don't forget you have to." "Yeah, shut up." When I'm done playing with Rob, I was like, "Don't you have something to do? Go cook something." I told her that
This
the
is
other day. She
serious,
got
woman.
mad. Yeah.
This is
Hey, we're
serious,
carving.
woman.
Don't you have something? He said, "Don't you have something to cook?"
There.
So you're
Kevin's
supposed to be
teaching and I'm
feeding me.
messing it up.
I told her the other day, "Hey, it takes a lot." I said, "I can't maintain this trophy husband body for you without eating right." Without eating right. She's like, "What?"
And then she hands him the Chinese takeout menu.
Yeah. She said, "You haven't been a trophy husband ever." I was like, "Yeah, I caught you."
The only trophy I got when I met you
Yeah,
was the participation trophy, Kevin.
yeah, yeah. we're at that stage after 20 years of marriage, you know. I say something to her and I get that, I could call her, hey, Bing, Bing, what? It doesn't matter what it is. Hey, Bing, you know what? What? It's kind of like that annoyed what? It's like, what? I was going to ask something. Now I forgot. Now
I
I'm
was going to
afraid.
get, and I was going to give you $100 to go shopping with, but with that attitude, lady,
Yeah, that's right. Next time you'll remember to be
I'm
nice
buying a
to
new
me.
carving knife instead.
Never mind. I'm not giving you that new piece of jewelry that I really don't have anyway. But I was gonna do something nice, but now I'm not. So there. Yeah, she's funny. But that was hilarious when
My bear knife.
I just started watching you. When you done playing with just Carve Rob? When I'm done playing with Rob, how about this? How about you come out of the house and pick your own damn veggies? This is what my brain said under my breath. But then, of course, I got up and picked the veggies.
Oh, she knew you would.
Oh yeah, I'm going to sharpen my little pocket knife. You think I can carve with this, Rob?
If I can
It's got
carve
a
with
point.
this, you can carve with that.
Ooh, it does carve. Of course, this wouldn't be the
This
wood to
freaking
try it
blade's
on.
got to be on over an eighth of an inch thick. Well over.
Yeah, this one right here. This is pretty thick. I could grind it down though. It's Gerber. You ever see a Gerber?
Oh yeah, I got one.
Pretty. Yeah. It's, believe it or not, it's not a
I
bad
only
knife.
buy
Pocket
I
knife.
only buy Gerber multi tools.
That's because. Excuse me. It's because you're old. You have to have Gerber food too.
Hey, and guess what? They make it right there in Fremont.
Do they?
Yep, the Gerber baby factory's right there in Fremont.
Yep. Pretty soon I'll be on that stuff. No,
I like the
if I can't
bananas.
chew me
The
a good
bananas are the
piece of
best.
meat. I remember when my kids were
The
young, I
banana,
used to be like, "Eat some of that. That ain't bad." But the peas are gross. I've tried that stuff. Yuck. The only thing good about eating the Gerber baby food peas, you ever see the chewed up peas or whatever the hell they advertise it as? What is it? The I don't know what the word was. I forget. Basically, stewed peas or whatever it was. I don't know. The only good thing about them is they make it. It made the baby poop green.
oh, that's why baby. I was gonna say, is that why baby poop is green?
Yeah, it's in the crap that you're feeding them in that food. Oh, we should carve a baby face. I should do little baby faces
That
and
would
put
be
wings on them. Pixies, you know. That guy
that
looks
would be
good now,
different.
Rob. You see, you just keep carving, you're gonna end up with a nice carving. It's like me. Sooner or later, I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to pick all these extras up and just carve them instead of just.
he'll
I
uh
throw them to the side.
he'll
Like
clean up.
crap. Oh yeah, they all clean up. I could take this guy and make him wicked if I wanted to, but he's gonna end up in the box and everything else. And then when I want to just do a nose or something stupid, and I want to whittle, I pull these things out, and then before I know it, I got crap all over it, and then it ends up on a Hector stick.
I
Wow,
really need to make
three
a
days
sheath
old.
for this knife.
Your oldest son was eating toast and eggs at 3 days old. That'd be me. I'd be like, come on, I don't want this baby food stuff. Anybody got a steak? I'll gum it.
Steak.
Get
Yeah, they should
the
have gave
cues
you a
from your
wooden
mom.
one.
If they could have stewed up steak in baby jars, I would have eaten them when I was a toddler or a kid. Yeah, I'm a meat eater. He's always trying to feed me your fish.
Cannibal.
Whack. You buy dried
Cannibal.
fish, it's already dried, and then she freaking. How, You buy dried fish, it's dried, you take it home, and then you cook it. Isn't it already cooked? It's dry, and boy, that stuff stinks. It stinks up the whole house. If she wants to get me out of the house, she just starts cooking that. She knows I'm gone. I can't get. That's the most awful smelling stuff. And she makes some good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but that dried fish stuff. Ooh, I don't know how she can eat it. I can't get past the smell. I really don't. I tell her I ain't kissing you
Comfort
today.
food.
I think
So
she
now
does it on
she eats
purpose.
dried
She does.
fish every day.
Yeah, she does it on purpose. That way it'll go near her. Kind of
Oh,
like eating
Kevin coming
garlic
in
or
the house.
onions.
Where the
You know,
dry fish?
yeah. Uh-oh. He's gonna chase me. Quick, cook some dried fish. He'll leave. He knows it.
She, she's probably trying to figure out how to make dry fish deodorant, keep you away permanently.
No, she'd wear it if she could. Yep. She's at that age too. She's like, what do you want? All I gotta do is look at her and she's like, what? Go away. Don't even think about anything. What? I wasn't so. You look nice today. No, I don't. Leave me alone. No, you don't. It's like, oh man, I'm stuck with
Kevin, don't you got to
playing
go
Rob and
carve? Don't you got to go carve?
yeah, I'm stuck. Don't you have to go play with Carve Rob or something? Why are you in the house bothering me? See, now I'm home, so there's nothing more annoying to your wife than you being home.
Well, now you're entering her domain.
Yeah, and if I'm doing something, it's not benefiting her. It's it's no good. It's useless. you know, what are you doing? I'm whittling. What for? Because I want to. you know. Well, you could be doing something productive. I'm freaking retired. Why should I do something productive? I've been productive all my life. I want to be non-productive. I want to be. Rob's my idol. Look at Rob. Rob has a hammock. I was telling her that today. Rob has a hammock. Look at him. He's laying. He's relaxing. He's sending me videos of the clouds. You're not Rob. It's like, what the hell? I'm not allowed to get old, Rob. I'm not allowed to relax. But you're not
It's
Rob.
inevitable. It will happen.
It's like, come on, man. I mean,
You just need
but
to
if I
tell
go
her to get
fishing,
in the truck. You're going to take her for a nice romantic ride, and then head up to where you get the birch wood and have her towed it to the truck for you.
I don't know. And she doesn't like carving because if I show her, look at what I made, look at this, she goes, yeah, whatever. you know, thanks for being my muse. You know, you're so supportive, dear. She goes, yeah, whatever. I was like, what do you
Go to the
mean,
store and get
whatever?
dry
You do
fish.
it. Yeah. But yeah, if I said I found a way to irrigate your garden, and you won't have to water it anymore, she'd be all into that. If I say, honey, I was digging in the yard and I found gold, you should be into that too. Should be outside with a shovel.
Me too. I'd be heading for PA.
I'm trying to get used to this
Let
knife.
me
See
help
this
you, my
knife?
friend.
Yeah. Rob, I struck gold. Come on down. Then I'd hire somebody to carve hectares for me. Clothesline full of fish.
No, then
Hey,
you have
baby kisses. Hey, I had that. I actually had. I went fishing one time. She's like, you have to keep no, not fishing in the dryer. We haven't had that. That's a little much. We did have
that's a good way to
stuff hanging
dehydrate the
on the
fish. Put them
clothesline.
in the dryer.
You know what we did? She made me do. I was bass fishing, and she said, "I like them little ones, the bluegills. The big. You can get the big bluegills when you're fishing, bluegills and sunfish." She's like, "Bring me some of them home." I brought them home. Next thing I know, they're all over the deck on tinfoil, all cleaned and everything, stretched out on the deck, drying in the sun. I have to keep them there.
Oh
I said,
boy.
why is there fish on tinfoil stretched out on my shed roof? I'm drying them. I said, you dry. What are the neighbors gonna think? There's fish all over my roof. What the hell? Oh,
You just look up and say,
like
damn tornado.
why is there fish on your roof?
Dropped all them fish on my roof.
Because I got a psychotic freaking wife that she doesn't care. She's like, what? Guy's like, well, that's not normal in America. She's like, what's wrong with that?
Well, it used to be 100 years ago it was normal.
Yeah, you're just hanging outside drying. you know.
I remember my grandma telling me stories
Yeah,
about they
and
used to
we
dry
have
the
cats
fish
around
on
here.
rocks.
Yeah, baby, this is like cat from the city come running, right? That's true. We have a lot of cats around here. I live in the sticks, but there's a lot of stray cats and feral ones. I kept saying that too. It's like them cats. There's going to be cats. All your fish are going to be missing. Then I'm going to go outside to carve, and there's going to be freaking raccoons in my shed and everywhere else, or a bear or something.
There used to be a lot of
You know,
stray cats around here.
I don't even want to know why, Rob. Even your air
Coyotes.
rifle.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Coyotes. Yeah.
I could never bring myself to pop a cat. Not that they're my favorite, because I'd rather have a dog. But
If you got a good dog, you'll never have cat problems.
well, that's true. When I had my bird dog, I
But if you
just
got a
couldn't have
dog like
cats.
Kevin's,
Oh, my
that
dog.
it's a cat that's dressed like a dog.
My dog gets beat up by my cat.
Because say your
Unless
dog
the
is a,
cat.
a cat dressed in dog clothes.
Yeah, yeah. I ended up going from a freaking German short hair, which was my breed for years, hunting dog, my bird dogs. And my last one died after 14 years, and it broke my heart. And I was like, and everybody wanted another dog, and my buddy raises pugs. And he's got these real expensive pugs and stuff. Matter of fact, I owe him a tree carving. I was supposed to carve a big eagle for him. And he gave me one of the pugs, and now I got this little freaking potato with legs. And it's like, that's not a dog. That's like it's like a little marshmallow that with asthma. That's all it is.
With asthma.
Yeah, she, she freaking snores louder than me. She takes up the whole damn bed, and she's got to be right against you. She pins you to the wall. I mean, she's the cutest thing, and she's real affectionate, but she ain't good for nothing but eating and sleeping. That's it.
Making piles of dog fertilizer.
Yeah, I
No!
should make
Oh
her.
no!
If I make her a
The
smokehouse,
wizard
she would
the
use that.
wizard has
Baby kisses.
took a vacuum ride.
Did it? I got chips everywhere, and I'm just poking away at the same stupid carving. I'm not doing
Well,
anything with it.
I was cleaning the
Which
chips
this
up
is
off
like
my table, and the vacuum got the wizard and sucked him into the cyclone.
you sucked them up.
He sucked
See,
up
now
in the
it's not even a
cyclone.
live Rob. Now it's just one of those bullshit sessions like me and you do at night. Just like I forgot we're still alive. Baby Kisses is still here though. She's saying, "Oh, you need to make thing a smokehouse." And then I'll have to make her a greenhouse because she wants greenhouse. I was like, "I make you a greenhouse." No, you
That's
told me you don't
that's
like
two
my
two of my
cars.
characters I've sucked up in the vacuum.
Now you're gonna have to dig that out. And he was a good one too. You gotta go get him. You know. I don't think anyone
Yeah,
else
they
is
ain't
here
that
but
far
Baby
away.
Kisses and us.
Yeah, I
Well,
think she's the
we were and
lone soldier left.
she is. Yep, just hanging out doing nothing. Yeah, I forgot to shut
The
off the
count
live,
is 8
Rob.
people.
Oh, really?
We
There's
got eight
people
people
here.
watching.
They're probably going, "What the hell is this?"
Two ding dongs.
We're not teaching. We're not teaching anything anymore. We're just kind of bullshit. That's
Ah,
okay. We did what we were gonna
Eureka!
do. I'm
Recovery.
still trying to do.
I recovered the chip and I recovered the wizard.
Did you get them?
Yep, I
It's
got him.
still raining here. Well,
I redid my cyclone.
we,
I had an old metal jet vacuum cleaner.
uh,
So I redid my cyclone with that so I don't got to pry two buckets apart no more.
I'm just picking up all these stupid little things that are around me and working on them a little bit. I guess we should end the live, though, huh? I'm sure there's not a lot of people left. Where are you seeing how many people are here? I can't even see. You see it on your phone, I guess, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, five
it has a
people.
body count on the top. Oh, for that, we lost three more. All right, share,
Yeah,
subscribe,
they know.
like, be awesome, carve something awesome, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
See you
Bye
later.
bye, baby
Bye,
kisses.
baby kisses. And everybody who's left, see you later. Thanks for watching.